Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Barrel
Roll News
Cast.
for June 13th.
July.
Oh, shit. Whatever, close enough.
We're heading into August. Like, we're halfway through July.
Crap.
School starts in, like...
Don't tell me.
a month and a half.
Don't talk about it.
I'm excited.
I'm just, I kind of want my summer this year. I didn't get my summer last year.
I'm not getting much of one this year, so... Not that I'm complaining, because I'm getting almost 40 hours at work. But again, I'm getting 40 hours at work.
Yeah, your work is not as luxurious as mine.
Mine's,
I don't think I should say what I do at work, but what I do at work isn't always relevant to work.
The place that I work and cannot name is... As long as I ignore the customers, I'm completely okay.
I don't know, some of the staff you're not a fan of either, though.
Yes, there are.
You're not their...
Yeah, they bug me, but that's because they're idiots, so...
But, you know, idiots can be... Idiots will be idiots.
Yes. You can't avoid them, and I know that, so I just deal with them.
You tone them out.
Yeah. It's when the customers kind of come in and do things that I want to...
I'm gonna pee everywhere. You should send them... You should send the oatmeal a comic strip, like what happens at the grocery store. Just kind of just draw everything that you do.
I am going to say this as just as like a PSA type thing. A public service announcement to everybody. The freshest stuff isn't at the bottom. We rotate left to right, right to left. Just so you know.
Some people don't know that.
They really don't, and they always do.
I really don't dig. I just grab whatever on the top. And
I go like this. I do this. And I mean, with some stuff, you gotta check. You always gotta check.
Yeah, you check the top stuff.
But yeah, you go like this. Oh yeah, they look good.
Yeah. Do you mind that people pop off the ends of your avocados? Okay, so to test
like the tips?
Yeah. You're not supposed to.
I've never had anybody do that.
Because that's how you check if it's fresh or not.
Oh.
And if it's ripe or not. So when you pop off the end, and if it's like deep green, totally good to use that day.
See, I just squeeze them.
Oh no, I don't squeeze them because that damages inside.
I know, but if you're gonna eat it eventually, like if you're gonna eat it that day.
But I'm
you can feel like if you pick it up.
Yeah, you could. It's also supposed to be.
soft.
It's supposed to be heavier than it's supposed to be too.
Yeah.
So.
Either way, no, we've had people do a bunch of dumb things. Pick the stems off all the cherries.
Where do they put the stems?
On the bunks. They just leave them. I weighed them too, because this is why the old people do it at our stores. They get us to cut pieces off to try and save them money. Because every penny counts, apparently.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now, folks, these stems of cherries, this was like a full-on bag of cherries. A full stack weighs absolutely nothing.
That doesn't surprise me.
So spending 10 minutes pulling all the stems off saves you absolutely no money and wastes 10 minutes.
You know what? It's probably better to go to like Walmart where it's like, you know, that 5 cents cheaper or whatever.
If that's what you need, yeah.
That's where I go sometimes.
If that's what you need to do, go there. But either way.
Yes.
Summer.
Our works.
Friday the 13th.
I'm not feeling lucky or unlucky.
I've had one of those days.
Yeah.
So it's just coincidental, but...
I had an incident with my popcorn last night. But it's minor.
But yeah, mine started last night. One of the windows upstairs, the screen is not locked on.
Yeah.
So it's tilted in. Well, all the bugs got cold last night.
Oh, that's nice, because it was an actual cool night last night.
Yeah, that was super. So I came into the kitchen to find a mess of bugs.
Bug zapper.
No, I just vacuumed them all.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Suckers.
Oh, but now they're in your whatever bag.
I'm pretty sure they're dead.
You never know.
I can see the canister. It's a canister.
Oh, it's one of those fancy ones.
It mushes them up pretty good.
Oh, see, I just have a bag that I have to. It's not even see through.
Yeah, no, we have the canister that you can see. It's almost like a blender.
Bug juice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Literally.
Yep. So,
dude, you could sell that.
It's mixed in with lint and other gross things from the ground. I don't think people would want it.
Dude, whatever that chamois guy's, he'll sell it.
You could probably sell loads of it. Either way,
Yes.
what have you been playing?
I've been playing a few games. I've been playing a chunk of games.
Excellent.
Start with the not so great ones, I guess.
Sure.
Which I actually didn't play any bad games this week.
Just so-so ones?
Yeah. Guitar Hero, Warriors of Rock.
Ah.
The story-based one, which is actually not bad for a music-based game. They actually took Guitar Hero this time around and made a story into it, where you play as the individual characters.
Right.
But when you play their storyline, they actually have powers that you get imbued with when you're playing the game. So, for example, Izzy Rocks, I think is that Izzy, the guy with the mohawk. The spiky mohawk. When you're playing your streak and you get up to 4x, you get double the amount of points. Huh. And if you're playing Echo Someone, they added in like 6 new characters as well to incorporate this new quest mode.
Right.
When you play her, every 10 notes that you hit in a row, you get 5% star power boost.
Wow.
So you get into like the 50s and the 60s, you have a full star power ready to go without hitting this, the star gems.
Yeah.
They've thrown away the scoreboard though.
Oh.
Like there's no points anymore. It's all based off how many stars you can earn, because you can get from 1 to 5.
Yeah.
They've also thrown that out of the window. You can have up to not as many as you can.
Oh dear.
As many stars as you can hit.
As long as you keep hitting them the whole way. Cool.
So I think that's a good change for the game. The story is a little bit contrived because for starters, it's a music game. They did what they could.
Yeah.
But it's about this warrior demon guy fighting this giant robot.
Of course.
Just like real life in real rock bands.
That's how Aerosmith got formed.
And Rolling Stones.
Yep.
Was the clash of the bands.
Yep.
It was the first battle of the bands. No. So it's actually not bad. The set list is actually decent this time around.
Oh, good, because you had a problem with the last one you played.
I don't know if Warriors of Rock is the most recent one. I can't tell anymore. After World Tour, I
was going to say
I lost count.
Well, yeah, they started doing the Aerosmith ones and the Beatles stuff.
Yeah, well, the Beatles is a rock band.
I know, but I mean, so many of them start coming out, you're kind of just like...
Because they had the Van Halen one, which is terrible as well. But guitar, they actually have some interesting songs in there. They've got my Muse already. Mm-hmm. They've got Muse in there from the newest CD. They have the theme from Spider-Man that Ramones they're coveted for the first Spider-Man movie. Yeah. Of course, it's Activision, so they're like, we have the rights to Spider-Man, so we're gonna put Spider-Man into it again. So, and that's actually a little bit interesting to play. I'm interested to see where the story goes. Oddly enough, to say in a Guitar Hero game, whether or not I'm going to be able, because I got really tired last night because I played it for a good 3 hours.
Yeah.
I've never played a music game that long.
You just want to keep knowing what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's actually interesting to see these characters, because when you fill up their little star meter for each individual character, they transform into music demon people things, and then their powers get boosted. So instead of 5% star power for that Echo person, you get 10% for every 10 notes. So again, you get star power like mad.
Yep.
Yeah, that's. If you were going to get a Guitar Hero game, I would recommend getting Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock.
Cool.
Of all of them.
That have kind of. I didn't mind 3.
Yeah, but.
But I mean, that's so old now. It's.
Yeah, it's so.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 you could probably find for a penny.
Probably, and literally, that was the first Guitar Hero game I got, and then I got the Aerosmith one because I like Aerosmith.
I like Guitar Hero 1. Any one of the ones that Harmonix did, except for the weird 80s one, which was completely out of left field.
See, the best thing about the Aerosmith one was all the behind-the-scenes featurette stuff.
Yeah, and they did do that with the Guitar Hero 3 stuff as well. Mm-hmm.
But that was it, literally, because the rest of the game you're kind of just like, okay.
Yeah, there's no depth, which is why I think I'm curious to why it took them so long to realize that they
Put
need
a
to-
story in.
Well, put something that keeps people coming back. Since in Guitar Hero 5, there was no reason for me to keep playing other than...
No, you bought it, you played your songs, and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, like, there's no reason for me to go back and do
Other
it.
than DLC songs, but...
Yeah, and even then, Rock Band has that covered because every week since launch, they've had
But I
songs.
think that's what they were banking on with Guitar Hero was people are going to get the DLC. People are going to get the DLC. People are going to get the DLC. And you're just like, stop banking on that. Like, DLC, schmeals, go away.
Yeah. It's clearly you guys don't have the same pizzazz that Harmonix did with Rock Band.
The game has to sell itself. The DLC is extra.
Yeah, that's that you can totally tell that the Activision part showed.
Yeah.
When they were doing Guitar Hero, I don't know how many before they did Warriors Rock. Or even if Warriors Rock came before.
But either way, like, yeah. But at least they had some kind of a story. So that's cool.
It's actually something to go into to keep playing.
Right. To make it through the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a slug. It's still Guitar Hero.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You're still playing your plastic instruments or drums or
singing,
which I never liked the singing in the Guitar Hero games.
No.
Like, it never had the same reaction and finesse as the ones in Rock Band do.
Mm.
And now that Rock Band does the triple vocals, which is always nice.
I don't sing in those games. Bad.
I will.
Unless I'm Ringo, because he didn't actually sing.
No, Ringo did like one song on a CD.
Hey guys, go away. Just
I want to sing a song.
Just hit your drums.
No. I'd like to be.
People shouldn't play the Beatles Rock Band game with me because that's what I do too. I'm Ringo! And they're like, you know the drums are a little more complex than that in the game. And I'm like, but I'm Ringo.
I'm Ringo. Let me out.
I'm keeping the beat, just not the way the game wants me to. Because the game apparently thought that, Ringo was a drummer.
No, he's terrible. He's a terrible drummer. He's the only Beatle to not hit platinum.
I know.
By himself, so it's a surprise.
Yeah, but his name's trademarked, so.
It's dumb. So, we're playing that. That's a pretty good game. Sorcery for the PlayStation 3.
Mm-hmm.
It is their PlayStation Move wizard game.
Yes.
It is. It feels like a rail shooter, but it's still open world enough that you can use your other controller to walk around the world.
Oh.
So, what you do is you have your wand and you flick spells.
Okay.
And it's not just like flicking a spell in one direction. You actually have to aim which direction you shoot your bolt at.
Okay.
Because it follows your ball thing on your PlayStation dildo.
Yeah. The glowy ball thingy.
Dildo. You can curve your arcane bolts. This is what they call them in the game. You can curve them like a baseball, so you get enemies with archers, hiding behind buildings and stuff like that. So you gotta curve your bolt and hit them.
Like in Wanted, where they curve bullets.
Yeah. It's exactly. Now I haven't played the Harry Potter games yet, but I feel as if this sorcery is supposed to be that game.
I haven't played the new Harry Potter ones because it's like a first-person.
A third-person shooter, and for the PlayStation, on the PlayStation version, you actually still get to fling your spells. And I've
waggle.
Ultimately at the end of the day, you're still waggling because you're trying to pump off spells at these guys that are trying to rush you.
Yeah.
At the same time, there's a little bit more depth to it than that sometimes because you'll have an enemy that won't be hurt by your arcane bolt.
Oh no!
But he's weak to fire. And there is a pile of fire that you can shoot your arcane bolt into, turning into a firebolt. So you got to aim into the firebolt into him.
I can't just shoot fire.
No.
You're a pretty shitty wizard.
I don't know. You can shoot ice. You have ice bolts.
Just not fire bolts.
Not yet. I haven't gotten to the fire bolts.
Oh, okay. Eventually.
I can do arcane bolts now. I can do an earthquake thing when I slam the controller down.
You shall not.
I said that once. Yeah. I said that once. And then, of course, the ice bolts.
So eventually you get... Okay, so as long as you do get different spells later, because I was going to say,
you do
that's redonkulous if it's like arcane bolt into the ice thingy, so it'll turn into an ice bolt.
And of course, when enemies get close to you, you have some sort of...
Wacky stick?
No, you have a shield. It's like a energy shield. Yeah, it's exactly it. So, you block your enemies coming in, and then you can use shield bash, and they become dizzy for a little bit, and then you can use your arcane bolts to peg them in the head. Because you can do headshots, too.
Okay.
So it's accurate enough that, you know, if you hit them in the head, you can do
Points.
extra damage.
Cool.
It looks... But it doesn't... there's not a lot of depth other than the fact that you're trying to figure out that why the demon fairies are trying to take over the world. Which is... It's weird because you have a talking cat in the beginning of the game. You know, like most magical...
Yeah, they're talking something, yeah.
But... And then there's always more depth to it because she's like some sort of elf princess.
Of course.
Who's hidden in a form of a cat.
Good disguise.
Yes.
Never saw that.
Some of the magic powers in that game are just write-offs, really, because it's like you've got a potion of transmogrification, and then you can only transform into which animal's closest to you. So it's a rat.
Yes.
And then when you're on the rat, you can only go one direction. You can't just.
You can't.
You can't, weave around enemies or anything like that. It's not for combat. Another big portion of the game is potion making, which is actually something that I really enjoyed. Because, as you're going throughout the world, you're finding chests, and you're using your wand to pop them open. You get your little trinkets of stuff. So, say, for example, you get brimstone, and then cherries, and then something else. When you mix them together, you actually have to mix them with the PlayStation Move controller.
No, so you actually have to.
Yeah. It's like you shake them in, or you gotta grind them in with your move, and then at the end you gotta stir it.
See?
Not sexual at all.
Now.
And then this is how to drink the potion. It has to be activated by shaking it. So you gotta do this.
Yes.
And then you gotta do this. It's not sexual at all.
See, now they have that Harry Potter Wonder Book thing coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know. There must be some. You got to take that Xbox, Microsoft Glass thingy.
Surface.
Whatever the hell it's
Smart
called.
Glass.
Smart Glass. Take that, mix it with like the Move controller, so you have a spell book, and you can just make it like a Hogwarts game, where you're like random student number 522, and you do how they have that Pottermore thing online.
Yeah.
Just turn that into like a full-on actual big game.
I don't.
So it's like, go to potions class and actually have to do all that stuff and go to this.
It
class
felt
but that's what I mean.
What they did in the potion stuff, that's actually really well done. Now, I'll be honest. I was playing at 11 at night with my lights off, so the bulb actually could read my movements. Haven't played it in the day yet. Could have been off or whatever.
Yeah.
It was really late at night, and my shirt was off. So,
I'm surprised they literally haven't done that kind of game though.
It feels
Harry Potter kind of.
Well, the Harry Potter games are at the library, so I'll let you know.
But just not playing as Harry Potter, but doing one of those side quest type games where you can just explore Hogwarts and do all that kind of stuff as the books progress, because that's kind of what you do in Pottermore online. Okay. So if they just expanded that and made it into a real game, I'm sure it would sell like hotcakes. There's how many millions of kids on that Pottermore game online?
Is there actually?
Oh millions? Yeah, it's huge.
I'm never playing that.
They had a waiting list to get in.
I like sorcery a little bit better, to be honest. It's got a fresh new feel to it. I'm not sick of Harry Potter, but I feel like it's been overdone.
Oh, it has. So, but that's why I'm surprised they haven't done this game yet. After they see something like that, go.
Well. It works really well in sorcery, and I imagine it works decently in Harry Potter, like the two Deathly Hallow games.
Well, and EA's famous for making, they made that Lord of the Rings RPG where you were 2 steps behind the Fellowship the entire time, but you were actually beating off all these bad guys that were chasing them.
Yeah.
So it's the Fellowship never would have made it if it weren't for these 3 unknown heroes, and you're like, really?
This is dumb.
Really? So I'm surprised they haven't done that with Harry Potter. Unless J.K. Rowling has some kind of say in that.
I would imagine they do. I imagine she does.
Because then EA probably would be like, yeah, so you're this random little kid, and you keep you're it's you're sent to get Harry Potter and.
Although I would imagine all that stuff would be perfect for them to be. Okay, marketing deployment, go. Figure something out. Make money. Here's a Move controller. Here's an Xbox Kinect. Go.
Yeah. Do
something. Here's a bottle.
Every Xbox Kinect game actually comes with a wand.
No. Oh yeah, they could do that now. They've abandoned the body controller thing.
Yeah. I knew they would. They were stupid to. Now it's better with Kinect.
Yes.
which is a way better marketing thing.
Yes. So I've been playing that.
Cool.
Yeah. Team Fortress 2, obviously. I have been playing the Counter-Strike Global Offensive beta. I was on my PC and they're like, you have an invitation for a game. I'm like, okay. You can send this gift to someone. It is the Counter-Strike blah 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 beta. I'm like, wait, why don't I just play it? You can play it. This is a gift for someone else on your friends list. I'm like, I'm going to play this game instead first. So I've been playing that for a little bit. I actually enjoy it.
Cool.
It's, played a lot? Have you played Counter-Strike?
No.
Okay.
I am not a Counter-Strike because that's... You know how you didn't want to hop into Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
Because you knew that, like, you get to the menu screen and die? I'd probably start booting up Counter-Strike and someone would shoot my computer. Like...
Oh, I do that too.
Yeah.
I'm still terrible. I end the rounds in, like,
Yeah, like, I know I'm bad at first-person shooters, but, like, I'm decent enough in Team Fortress because I can... The class is actually...
There's enough balance and
yeah,
crazy.
you can kind of, yeah.
It's crazy enough that
you can pull some stuff off.
Yeah.
And then it's like I go over and play Halo on a console, I can manage okay on that.
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden you get into a game where it's like mouse, keyboard, and all you, like, everybody's pretty much, you know, gun this, that.
Yeah, because the thing with Counter-Strike is that you start the round off, you actually have to buy your equipment. That's how you choose your class in the game.
Oh, okay.
So, say you wanted to be... Not specifically an engineer.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to be a close range person. You would have to buy your shotgun, buy your
body armor stuff.
Well, that's the thing with Counter-Strike Global Offensive is that it's more of an update to Counter-Strike than it is a sequel. It's not Counter-Strike 2 or anything like that. It's still the same basic. You buy your weapons, buy your equipment, go.
Yep.
Yeah, go. So the difference is that you don't have to buy ammo anymore. You have to buy ammo in the first game, which was a pain in the butt.
No kidding.
So you would buy your weapons so people would memorize all these hotkeys for items. You don't have to buy ammo, which is good. You don't have to buy armor, which is good.
Oh.
You automatically get armor now. They've added in a couple new weapons. They've added in a one-hit kill taser. So you get close enough.
Oh, you can get close enough, okay.
You get close enough, you shoot him with a taser, dude's dead.
Cool.
So that replaces your handgun slot. So hit or miss if you want to do that. They've added in a couple new grenades. They've added in a decoy grenade, which if you throw the grenade, it'll simulate gunfire, and on the opponent's radar, gunfire will always pop up on the radar, so they'll know where the enemy is. So it kind of confuses people using the radar. You've got Molotov cocktails or incendiary grenades, depending on which team you choose. Those are exactly what they sound like. You throw the fire at them, and it kind of controls the area. If you're in the fire, you get damaged. So it's more of a crowd control, prevents people from coming in through a particular door kind of thing. Other changes they've made are really made for the Counter-Strike community to see, like, oh yeah, you're running a little slower here, or you jump faster there with this weapon, stuff like that.
So these guys can draw up the maps and draw all out their little, like...
strategy plans.
All their math.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can get from here to here in 15 seconds, but this way I can get there in 10.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why I don't play Counter-Strike, folks.
It's a... Okay. I'm trying to justify it. It's only a $15 purchase, I think, when it comes out in August. So, but I don't think even for $15 it's going to be that big of an incremental upgrade for the original Counter-Strike source.
Oh, okay.
So, people have compared it to Counter-Strike 1.6, which is Counter-Strike before they implemented the source engine.
Oh, okay.
Into Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Because when Counter-Strike first came out, it was just had the Half-Life 2 engine.
Right.
Go. When Valve created the source engine, thus creating like every other game they made, they ported it over to Counter-Strike and made it a little bit more realistic. Now people have compared Go to the old engine. It's a little bit more faster. It's a little bit more actiony.
Twitchy.
Yeah, a little bit more twitchier. It's still the same if you liked, buying your weapons in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because you get money per kill. That's how you get the bigger weapons.
Right.
Every time you kill a dude, you get more money.
Right.
If your team wins, then you get more money. This kind of thing. That way, it's kind of unbalanced that way, but they've said that they're doing matchmaking so that you're, ranked with similarly ranked players. And bots and
and
stuff like
honestly, with
that. It's not
with Valve, I trust that.
with the thing is though, I think it's a bigger upgrade if you play it on the PlayStation 3, because on the PlayStation 3, you don't only get controller and mouse and keyboard support, you also get move support on the PlayStation version. So you actually can use the move for fine-tuned shooting and stuff like that.
You'd be dead.
Better than a controller.
Better than controller.
Not mouse and
Still
keyboard.
screwed against a mouse and keyboard.
Which I don't know if I will get the game when it comes out, because it doesn't. Yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks like of all the Valve games so far, Counter-Strike Go actually looks the best. Better than TF2, or obviously better than TF2, but like better than Left 4 Dead, better than Portal 2. I think it looks better than all those games.
Wow.
Because they actually updated it with their new. Make a new source engine. Just make a new source engine.
Never.
But it's using their latest source technology.
Right.
What they used in all those other games before.
Yep.
So. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with my guest pass. Because the game is so close to launch, I don't know.
For a beta.
Yeah. I don't know what anyone else is gonna like. Anyone still wants to really play it. Like I got it just because I think I signed up that one months ago.
Yeah, I remember you saying you'd signed up for it.
So. Like, if anybody wants it, find me. I will give you a code for Counter-Strike Go, or it will be used somehow. I'll throw it at you.
Yay!
I'm throwing things at you. It's not.
It's Counter-Strike.
It's Counter-Strike is the bottom line is it's Counter-Strike.
Right.
There's no. See.
They haven't screwed with it essentially.
No, it works for what it is. They haven't. If they changed any more things, it wouldn't be Counter-Strike anymore.
So they brought it just to as much as they can.
Yeah, they made it as modern as they could without screwing it up. Like, if they had implemented stuff like shoulder aim and stuff like that, iron sights, then the game would be completely different, I think.
Yeah, because that's not in Counter-Strike.
That's not even in the source engine.
No.
The source, for some reason, Valve refuses to put iron sights into any of their games that they do. Like Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 didn't have it.
Maybe they just think it's cheating.
Or like real life.
Cheating.
This is how I shoulder aim in Valve games.
Totally.
That's.
You have binoculars. They're just invisible, so you don't see them.
And my protagonists are all silent.
Yep. You have to hire voice actors, dude.
It looks good.
Well,
the game. The fire looks really good from Molotov cocktails. So look for. I think it's August 20 something or other.
And it comes out
for all platforms, even though they're not doing cross-platform anymore, other than PC Mac.
Yeah.
Windows Mac, which is too bad.
Apparently, it's hard work.
It's more on the fact that updates, and the fact with the.
Well, and Counter-Strike updates a lot. So.
Yeah. Well, all Valve games update a lot. All their popular ones.
Yeah.
So that's all.
You think you've been playing?
I did the downloadable game I was playing. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't that great.
I played a downloadable game that wasn't that great either.
It was part of that, the PSN sale that we got for free. One of those 3 games that was free. Not Renegade Ops.
I forgot the last ones we got for free.
It was... I know it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I forgot.
Me.
I forgot.
What have Juju been playing? Playing games? More library games? Like me?
Only one actually.
Oh.
Because I got through a lot of Lollipop Chainsaw and it had to go back, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Then I got my other M-rated game, which I'll talk about in a second. But before that, I went and bought Jurassic Park.
Yes.
I bought NBA Jam.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought Infamous, which I haven't played yet, the Festival of Blood, because it was on sale. So,
good choice. Good choices all.
And it came to $22 whole, so I felt pretty good about that.
That's less than a full price of game.
Yeah. So.
And they're all good games.
NBA Jam is NBA Jam.
Hey, I played it on the Super Nintendo and the Genesis.
The graphics are because they did back then kind of pictures that they pasted onto people, like they kind of tried to make that look, but again, Sega and Super Nintendo couldn't really handle that.
Mhm.
So this time they literally did. It's like they got, name a famous basketball player. Vince Carter.
Michael Jordan.
Sure. They took his picture, in a few different angles, doing a few different faces, and they cut it out.
Oh, like
pasted it on top.
Oh, like how the old PS2 games used to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it looks really corny, but it's supposed to.
Arcade basketball game.
Then I figured out how to unlock people for teams. So I was playing as Toronto because they're the only Canadian team.
We have a basketball team.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Well, we used to have the Vancouver Grizzlies.
I forgot about the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Grizzlies got sold, so they're in the States now. So we still have Toronto.
That's right.
So I went and picked Toronto, and of course they're like, well, which play? You get 3 players for each team off the bat. And they're like, who would you like to play as? And I'm like, I don't know.
We have people?
You're assuming I know basketball. So I picked the first 2 that they just kind of give you. So I played with them, and then I found out that if you play the computer team version of whatever team, you unlock like their best player if you play to a certain point. So I'm like, oh. So I played Toronto versus Toronto, beat them, and got, I think it's Vince Carter. Either way, it's a bigger name with amazing stats. So I'm like, score! And then if you beat them, I think on gold level or whatever, because it's bronze, silver, gold.
Mm-hmm.
If you beat them on gold, or maybe it's just bronze, I don't know. Either way, if you beat them the one time, you actually get to play as the mascot for the team.
Mm.
So now I have Vince Carter and the Raptor versus whoever else I'm playing.
Dude, I would just play with a Raptor.
The 2 of their well, you can only choose them once, but
damn.
Both of their stats are so souped up that now I'm just like, what up, basketball?
This is how basketball is played, right?
Yeah, with a mascot and I think a guy that's retired.
Oh, good. So he's old.
So, but he was a superstar back then, so his stats are wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that game hasn't changed in 15
Ever.
years.
How much was that one? $5 or something?
I think it was less than 5. The only thing that they have done now is because there's this fancy second analog stick that didn't exist back then.
Oh boy.
So you can use that to steal and shoot and other assorted things, but it feels really stupid to do everything with that stick. So I just use the buttons. Because they have buttons for all the things that the stick does.
Oh, so it's like they tacked it on.
Well, it's like the NHL games, where they're trying to get that second analog stick to do most of the work, so you don't have to press most of the buttons anymore.
Yeah.
Except, it just feels really awkward with this arcade basketball game. So, then I played the first episode of Jurassic Park.
How's that?
It's a giant QuickTime event.
Ugh. I don't know if I should be excited or just...
Well, you know how, did you play any of the Back to the Futures?
Yeah, I have.
So...
Those are good, though.
There's those.
Those are like...
Because you get to, like, walk around the little town.
Yeah.
Well, this one, they've recreated the park. You're in one of those modes where you're...
How similar is it to
You are a completely different character.
Okay.
Than anybody in the movie. You play as a bunch of different people. So you're, like, one of the guys who's a dinosaur doctor.
Okay.
And his daughter... She's like on a field trip to the island apparently to visit him. I don't know how you pull that one off, but let's bring my daughter to work day.
It is totally
the dinosaur island. Yep.
Dinosaur. Do you want to see what Dad does with dinosaurs?
Yeah, and she's like, wait till everybody at school hears about this, and I'm like, wasn't the island kind of a secret at this point? So then the events of the movie happen, and you actually see the plane, or the helicopter take off with the people from the movie.
Yeah.
In it. And that's kind of where the first episode ends.
Also, there's more content after the movie.
Yes, something happens on the island.
They turn into dinosaurs with guns on their back?
Hopefully.
Because that's what one of the Jurassic Park movies,
right? But the whole story starts more or less with... remember Newman?
Yeah, the fat guy.
Yeah. And his name's not Newman in the movie,
No,
but if you watch Seinfeld... he has that shaving cream with the DNA in it.
Yeah.
You are the guy who was supposed to meet him to get that thing to take it off the island. So he doesn't show up. So you have to go in and you have this like hired mercenary person. So you are the hired mercenary following this stupid idiot around who's going after this shaving cream can. And then you get to like the truck and you find him dead and you're like, oh my god. And then you have to like move a little light around and then like follow some dinosaur tracks. And then the other
So
idiot...
it's like a Telltale game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's made by Telltale, so...
Yeah, so it's like a Telltale, one of their classic Telltale.
So yeah, you get a screen, you know, there's like 6 things you can do on the screen.
Do you have to combine the DNA? No, you have to combine the dinosaur egg with a duct tape
So far
and the glow stick with a fork, and then you solve the riddle.
So far the first episode doesn't have anything like that.
You put the duct tape with the dinosaur egg.
But like, there's a part where a Triceratops and the T-Rex are fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually have to, like, you're the girl and the dad, and they have to, like, run in between them while they're fighting, because apparently running around them, they're just kooky.
Nope, yeah,
so,
that sounds about right.
But it actually sits there going, okay, you can press up or down, and I'm like, what?
Up, up, up!
So it's like, go over something or go under something, and you're just kind of like,
under, definitely
I don't know what I'm doing, so you just kind of hit a random button and hope that it works. And there was one point, because it does get quicker, thank goodness. Because she was climbing the stairs and it's like, press this button, press this button, press this button, press this button. Oh, she tripped. Quick, press this button. So I'm like, you press it and then it's like, now press up. And I'm like, I didn't get there fast enough and the T-Rex ripped her head off.
Oh, how violent is this game?
It's pretty graphic. I was very surprised.
Is it rated E or T?
I don't know. It's probably teen. But like, I was literally sitting there like, you know, I'm like, up. And it's like, too late. And I'm like, okay, maybe it'll give me like another chance or something.
If I saw my baby girl getting her head ripped off by a T-Rex, I wouldn't know what to think.
So yeah, it was, yeah. So hopefully the second episode...
How many episodes are there? 5?
4.
Okay.
So the second episode is gearing up to be something very interesting.
Okay, that's good.
So, because there's a lot of people left on the island that they never talked about in the movie. The movie ended and everybody's like,
that's totally it.
Yeah. We made it, everybody! What about all the staff? Oops. Because that's pretty much what it seems to be left, is this mercenary chick and the staff on the island. It's like they forgot about them.
That was one of the biggest loopholes at the end of Jurassic Park.
Well, they're fixing it. And then after that, I played the game that I got from the library.
Ooh.
Skyrim.
You finally play. How do you like Skyrim? Are you das for da?
The one, I'm not a huge fan of the, and this is funny because I used to play like Heretic and all those first-person shooters on the PC that were like medieval fantasy, and you got the sword and the shield in first person.
Yeah.
I don't like it anymore.
No.
I didn't like it in Oblivion. I don't like it now. If I have a bow and arrow, that game's 8,000 times better.
You do get a bow and arrow though.
You do, which is what I carry around most of the time.
Yeah, but the third person stuff actually looks decent now, doesn't it?
It looks okay. I still don't. It feels.
Yeah,
just,
it's still not as bad as like sidestepping like.
But they fixed that. So when you hit in the third person, you actually run like a normal person.
Oh yeah.
So I can play that way.
Yeah.
On that note, the game is
good.
So far, good.
Do you feel? I don't know if I.
Like this.
Because I just want to play the Dawn Guard stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
Only for the vampire.
Well, this story literally starts. You're on a cart.
Yeah, you're on a cart, and then you're like some sort of slave person, right? And you're supposed to be like the prince or something?
Well, no, you're with...
The prince.
The prince.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of a guy who got caught with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really tell you... You just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because they don't want to tell you what your story is. So, you get arrested, and then you're about to...
Yeah, you get attacked by something.
A dragon.
A couple things,
yeah. But you're about to get beheaded, and a dragon comes in to save the day.
Yeah.
As it blows up an entire town.
With you in it.
Yeah. So you follow this one guy through the entire town. Like, you're jumping, you're learning all your controls. And then he's like... And then all of a sudden you run up to this other guy. And they're like, well, follow me. No, follow me. And I'm like, why would I follow either one of you? So I decided to ditch the guy who had just saved my life by, like, leading me out of town. And I follow this other guy, because I'm like, me? So then we get into this thing, and you hear all this, like, rattling and shaking and explosions, and it's like, well, I guess everyone else is dead. And I'm like...
That's morbid, okay.
So if I would have gone that way, you would have died? Like... And I think you're supposed to care.
Not how.
I don't know who any of these people are yet. And then this guy's like, well, let's go see my sister in this one little town, and they start talking, and then you get there, you can skip entire conversations, which bugs me.
Well,
because I talked to this one guy in this town.
Like, unless you're quick-fingered, it's not a big deal.
No, but like I get to this one guy in town, and he goes, I like this girl that works at the trader's shop, but she's kind of in between me and this elf guy right now. So give her this note and tell her it's from the elf guy. And I'm like, okay. So then the little quest thing comes up, and it goes, well, you can tell the elf guy, or you can just go tell her, or you can go give her the note and lie, and yada yada yada. I couldn't find the elf guy. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll just go give her I'll just see what happens when I give her the note. So I give her the note. And then the options come up, and it's like, well, tell her it's from, guy A, or tell her it's from guy B. And I'm like, okay, I'll tell it's from the jackass that gave me the note, because I don't really like that. So, okay. And she's like, oh, thanks for telling me, blah, 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 blah. You probably had a great conversation with the elf guy to, blah, blah, convince me that that's the guy that I should go with. And I'm like, yeah, totally. And then it goes, the quest thing comes up, and it goes, return to the elf dude to, tell him the good news. So, and I'm like, I don't know where he is. So
a bug?
If it's a bug, there's a lot of them, because I have skipped many a conversation. It's not even skipping, pressing the A button. It's literally points. Yeah, it's literally like you talk to someone, and you should have talked to 12 people in front of them.
So it's like some random guy will run up to you a couple hours later and thank God you saved the village. I didn't save any village.
Yeah, I'm expecting that to happen at some point. Because I walked into this other place, and it's like, oh, you're here to join us. That's great. And I'm like, what? And it started a quest, and I'm like, who are you people?
I think you have to remove remove a little bit of what do they call that? You have to kind of let the game tell the story for you, kind of thing.
Well, but no, and then you go and talk to someone, and they're like, oh yeah, there's these guys up the hill, they're great, this is what they do, you should go join them, and you're like,
I think the problem with...
Where were you 10 minutes ago?
I think the problem with Skyrim is that it's too open.
Yes.
Because there's just so many NPCs to talk to, and there's just so much stuff to do. You don't know if you're in the middle of a quest, or in the middle of something else, or just, you don't know where to begin.
And then there was this little girl, and she was mean to me.
Did you cut her head off?
No.
Can you cut her head off?
No. So I kept talking to her, and she's finally like, what do you want? And it's like, well, why are you so mean? And she's like, I'm just bored. And you're like, well, then let's play a game. So we played hide and go seek. So she runs off. You count to 10. You start moving. So I found her. Well, she apparently doesn't have to count to 10. Because it's like, I'm like, okay, I found you. And then she's like, I found you! And I'm like, what? So then I click on her again, and it's like, well, I found you. I found you! We did this back and forth for 10 minutes, and then eventually I hit it again, I found you, and she's like, okay, 1, 2. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to book it. So I ran and hid. And then I just saw her walking around, and I'm like, she walked right by me, and I'm like, so I go and talk to her, and she's like, what do you want, jerkface? You can't tell me what to do. And I'm like,
that's a bug.
Yeah. So I'm like, that was fantastic.
Yeah, but Bethesda prides itself on its bugs.
Yeah, that's not a fun one. Mammoths falling from the sky? Cool.
Dragon? How about a city with 500 dragons?
Also, I would have pissed my pants, but that would have been wicked. And then, otherwise, yeah, It's Oblivion 2.0.
I'm almost willing to say it's better than that, but I can't say for certain. And I still feel like I want to own it, but it's still too much. I think it's actually got a price drop. It's at $40 right now.
Yeah, it's still too much.
At Future Shop. There's a lot of content in it.
There's a ton, except it's just so...
It's not... You expect a form...
everywhere.
You expect a form of linearity, but Skyrim does not have that.
And I'm not... the linearity isn't even the big deal. But if I go and talk to a guy and haven't talked to,
X person.
X person. This guy should do all the explaining that X person should have done, or he should send me back to X person.
Or just not say anything about it at all.
Or yeah, just completely just be like,
because I think I
like drumsticks. Like,
I'm a priest.
Yeah. Yeah. But the crafting stuff is cool.
The game just looks good, though.
And it looks, and I mean, it's...
Are you playing on the Xbox, correct?
Yeah.
How many discs is that?
Just one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They've managed to squeeze it onto one disc?
Yeah, and it does have a Fallout 3-esque feel, but there's one thing that Fallout has that Skyrim doesn't, which was that whole aiming system, where you could pause the game and go bloop, 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 bloop.
And does the cinematic kills too now, doesn't it?
There's some cinematic kills that happen very randomly.
Yeah, they're not like the one from Fallout 3 where like you get the bloodiness perk and it's kind of like every other kill.
And then my other problem is every once in a while an enemy will like hit you and do this much damage, and then they'll hit you again, not even critical, just like plain old normal damage, and I don't block because I have 2 weapons, so I can't block. They hit you again and you're almost dead.
I think the damage is dice roll, isn't it?
I think so, but like it's like an extreme dice roll.
It's
like they have a D40 and it's like, oh, I rolled a 2, and you're like, ah ha ha, and then the next one they're like, oh, 40.
40's on a critical. They must have rolled 39.
Oh yeah, so
it's not critical.
That's what I mean. So it's just like all of a sudden my health's almost gone, and I'm like, ah, and I don't have that many potions.
See, I'm the crazy person that runs around with 2 fireball hands.
Well, so I have, so then I figured out finally spells. So I have like healing, and I'm like running away from bad guys, like my magic has gone, and I'm like, no, turn around,
Well, there's your problem. You can't just always use arrows.
I wasn't, and then like if they get close, then I switch back to my little 2-handed.
I do like the little hot swapping things they have on the side now. We can swap between your different presets.
Yeah, they're not really presets.
Not presets, but like you
can select your favorites.
Yeah.
But the unfortunate thing is, if you have 2 Healy hands and then you want to switch back to axes, it pauses the game, but then you have to go axe. Whereas if I switch to my bow, it just switches to my bow, and if I hit the healing hands, it just goes back to both healing hands, which is nice. And they did add Connect support.
Yeah, how's that? How have you been yelling at your TV?
I tried.
How did that work?
I can't pronounce most of the things that they make you yell.
Sorta!
Yeah, I don't think I have that one yet.
That's the only one I know.
So, so there's that, but then you can actually say equip right hand, blah blah blah. Sword.
Okay, so it's a little bit more.
And then it's supposed to equip a sword in your right hand.
How's your experience with your Better with Connect support?
I turned the Better with Connect support off.
Oh, that's too bad.
I was having issues with like getting it to equip the right weapons in the right hands, and I'm like, you know what? This is more trouble than it is worth with me. Like,
well, the problem with that is like, do you have to say which weapon you're equipping with? You're right.
No, it's kind of, if you have an axe favorited in your thing.
Yeah.
You kind of when you set it up, you have to set it up kind of like a hotkey.
Yeah.
So you have to go, this is the axe that I mean when I say.
Well, that's not so bad then,
blah,
because.
Blah, blah, blah. And it's not bad except for the fact that it's supposed to take away that whole pause the game, grab your stuff. Except you're sitting there going like, equip dual wield, blah, 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 and it's like, oh, you wanted a Healy hand and an axe, right? And it's like, that's not what I preset in that thing.
That's a good idea. Healing hand axe?
Yeah, except my axe doesn't do that much damage.
Oh yeah,
so you're kind of like,
you're a ranged guy.
I am.
Yeah, you built a dex guy, hadn't you?
I sneaky.
There's
no dexterity, there's no any of that. When you level up, you make your magicka better, your health better, or your stamina better. And then there's all these constellations, which are your perk trees.
Yeah, they've ripped the perks from Fallout.
Yeah, well, but they're shittier perks.
Yeah.
So, like my perk, finally, I hit level 30 with archery.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can now zoom in. And I'm like, stupendous. So you zoom in and your stamina bar starts dropping.
Well, you gotta.
Apparently doing this. Yeah. Yeah, apparently doing that uses stamina.
I don't understand that in games. Why does shoulder aiming mean bigger gun? Shoulder aim is bring up the iron sights.
So yeah, I have to play more.
Yeah.
I don't want to put the game down like I did with Oblivion.
Yeah.
Like Oblivion, I kind of got to a point and it was just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. This game...
Well, how long do you have left for it?
4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
So I kind of sit there and it's like, this game, like Oblivion, kind of you escape prison and you were supposed to kind of hit this quest that seemed really urgent.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to do it, and I didn't.
I never did it.
No one, I think, ever did. You got out of that little prison and it's like...
Do anything you want.
Running this way!
With no pants on.
Yeah. Running through a lake with, like, no clothes. Just like, ah! And then your torso runs this way.
And you're moving forward still.
Yeah. So, thank God they fixed that, because at least you can play third person. And I know people sit there going, well, if you don't, your game's supposed to be played in first person. I do not like...
I think, personally, if I play Skyrim, it'll be a mix of both. Like,
and that's what I've been doing.
It's like, okay, I'm in a first person mode today.
If I have my bow going, I'm first person. Sneaking, like...
First person.
Yeah, first person. And then if I got my dual-handed axes going, I switch back to third person just because you can see your surroundings a bit more when you're fighting.
Yeah.
Like it just...
But the combat's still not as dynamic, though. It's still just down to button presses and dice rolls. It's not like as fluid as, a regular combat game.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not The Witcher. It is not Kingdoms of Amalur. It is...
Press button attack, press button attack, press button attack.
Yeah.
Run out of stamina, you shit out of luck.
No, you can still hit.
Just no damage.
You can't just do power swings.
Okay.
Which I never do anyways unless I mistakenly hold on to the button too long. Because I keep forgetting that you can do power swings. Because they never actually taught you that you could do power swings.
There's a lot in that game they don't tell you about.
No, there's a lot in the tutorial that just kind of gets skipped over.
Here's how you craft. There's nothing in here.
And crafting, if you don't actually talk to, like, the blacksmith in the first town, you will never learn how to blacksmith. You just have to figure it out on your own. Like, there's a little tooltip that pops up when you go to a forge.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like, the guy at the first village goes, okay, here's some iron, go make me a dagger.
Yeah.
Now take that dagger and make it better on this thing. Now take that, and go do that. And you're like, this is a lot of work for a weapon that's pretty shitty. And then at the end of it, you've made a hat and a dagger. And he's like, you get to keep both. And I'm like, but all my stuff's better.
I still stand by this when Skyrim got announced and came out. I'm more interested to see what they do with Fallout with his engine.
Yeah. Because this game does feel, and I was talking to Graham, and he had said it does feel more Fallout-ish.
Yes.
And it does. So a Fallout engine, or a Fallout game on this engine...
This updated, whatever they call it.
Yeah, should be actually pretty neat.
Because I liked Fallout,
I really like Fallout 3.
No, New Vegas aside.
Yeah.
Like 3
different. That was different people, though.
Yeah, no. Bugs. So, yeah.
No, I really like Fallout 3.
I loved it. I will go back to it. That's another game I think I'll be going back to, is Fallout 3 and Borderlands 2. Or Borderlands.
That's almost this game makes me kind of want to play Fallout.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Just because, like, you have the VAT system and all that. Like, every time I get one of those cinematic kills, I think...
Because Fallout...
VATs would be wicked in this game. I should just go play Fallout 3.
Put them side by side.
Yeah. And instead of towers, you have destroyed buildings. And, they're really close to the kind of same game. One just has the medieval vibe that throws me off a bit.
So,
in
that's
first
good.
person. But
that's not bad then.
Like I said, I haven't wanted to put it down yet. I've died a couple times in some really dumb ways that have made me want to kill things. But
that's what happens in Fallout games too. So
Fallout less so.
Well, sometimes you'll be like, oh, I can totally make that jump now. And then a giant crab's like, I'm gonna rip you apart while your limbs are broken.
Yeah, and you know what? I always found those deaths
fun.
Inevitable. Yeah, this one all of a sudden it's like I walk into a room, and I shoot a guy. He's like, yeah, okay, I take no damage, and all of a sudden a guy comes out from behind me that never came out before. Like, I'll have played this level, or this little room, 5 times, and then this guy just happens to pop out behind me.
Have they fixed the bucket thing?
I don't know, I haven't tried.
Oh, I want to try that bucket thing.
I don't know, I don't really stop in town. I'm just like, quest. Except some of the quests that they give you, in the first... Here's your first town where the dragon attacks.
Yeah.
Make it through this little mine and you get to here. To this little town. You talk to the lady, and she's like, "Hey, now make it up to this little town and go talk to these people." But in this town, you get a quest that sends you like all the way up the map.
I hate it when that
happens. And
you're
you're like, because I'm like, I'm just gonna go do side quests. So then you're like, you look at the map, and you're like, how the heck do I even get there?
Yeah, because in theory you can run up there, but you're just getting mauled by everything.
I did run away from a giant.
Oh, you don't want to fight a giant?
No.
But they have mammoths as pets.
Well, and that's the thing. They're like, giants don't usually get pissed off unless you like do something to their mammoths. So I'm like, maybe I can just like walk by this giant. No, they get angry when you get near them.
Really? Because I've seen people walk by giants.
And maybe you have to have like better.
Or maybe just to don't carry some shag. I don't know.
That's what I mean. Like I don't know. I don't know how gear really works. I don't really know how any of my. Like, I talked to a guard, and he's like, you have your bow drawn. And I'm like, it's the middle of the night, and we're on the highway. What do you expect? So I put my bow away, and he's like, so, how are things? And it's just like...
I think that's the...
And it's like, you guys...
It's more being in the moment, though.
Yes.
So, it's like when you're running around, like, yeah, you see your sword in front of you, but, you know, from someone else's perspective, you're carrying a sword in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah, like to me, I'm just walking around with a sword and a shield.
Yeah.
And then
you have to get into the world a little bit more, like RP than anything.
I know, but even if I was RPing, I would still be walking down a highway with my like, you know, sword drawn at the end of the.
A lot of people in LARP don't do that.
Because then, and it's like it's the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And from far away, nothing ever tells you what anything is.
Mm.
Like it's not like you can. Like
but
I can
do
even.
you still get that enemy indicator though, like the little red blip, like
No.
you did in Oblivion?
Not that I've seen.
Oh.
You get it if they're attacking you.
Okay.
Like that's what I mean. Until something's attacking you, you're not sure if it's like friend or foe.
Oh.
So you're sitting there like I even take my bow and it's like you aim at something and it's like we're not telling you if it's a guard or a bandit and they look pretty damn close in the dark and you're just kind of like.
Night vision.
I have night vision. It doesn't do much because I pick Khajiit all the time as my race because they come equipped with night vision, and I had so many problems in Oblivion not being able to see in the dark. Whole game just like wow, everything's really bright.
I just turn my brightness up.
I've done that too. Either way, that's what I've been playing. So overall, I think Jurassic Park's been my favorite thing this week. So
my favorite thing has been Counter-Strike actually, because it's it's easy, something I remembered back in 1999. I also play a little bit of Magic too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the game I remember. That's the shitty fucking game, Terminator.
Ah yes, you live tweeted some craziness.
Yeah, that game is terrible.
Yes.
If I had a worst game in the world, I would give it to that game. Like your phone has better graphics than that game. Do you like Shades of Grey?
Yes. They delight me.
They have about you have about 30 different shades of Grey.
Sweet.
Not
That's
not just one grade, but the technology.
I think that's more than that smut book that's out right now.
Yeah, yay. You've got regenerating health that doesn't regenerate health. So what happens is you're shooting. Okay, so Terminator Salvation, for those who don't know, it's the game that everyone gets to get points or trophies, because there's like 12. But it's so terrible that I can't even tell which one's worse, the movie or the game. But the regenerating health, how does it work? It's like you're behind a cover and you're shooting and you get hit, but you don't regenerate health until all the enemies are gone.
Okay.
No, not okay, because
if they're gonna do that though, they have to provide health packs.
There's no health packs.
Yeah, see, then that's a broken system.
There's no health packs. The enemies that you shoot, the fight. Now, this may have been because I was playing on hard.
Right.
Fine.
Okay.
If you give me 60 bullets in my machine gun and like 3 grenades, it should take me about 60 bullets and 3 grenades to destroy one enemy.
Correct.
Not run out of ammo, he's still standing.
With no other way
With no other weapons. And when you're going back behind the cover system, the only good thing about this game is the cover system, by the way.
Good. Well, at least they got that
something. as you're going through, you're getting hit. Your health doesn't come back anyways. And the worst part is the best grenades. Now, this is a bug in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can't actually pick up the best grenades because they're there. Use them for the one like mission.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, oh yeah, these pipe grenades are really good against these T-700s.
Uh-huh.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Can't pick it up. Like, that was an entire game. Like, I saw pipe grenades lying on the ground. I'm like, I can't pick this shit up. I have to use these shitty, like, grenades that look like puffs of smoke.
Sweet.
They're the most... If you ever played Terminator Salvation, carry a shotgun and an RPG with you. Because the RPGs actually will do a lot of damage.
Right.
They will, obviously, oddly enough. They're still less than stellar explosions, if anything. But they will take out those T-700s. Remember how I said Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
How many... Guess how many kinds of monster enemies are in this game?
4.
No.
3.
3. You've got your T-700s.
Sweet.
You've got your flying bug things.
Okay.
And then you've got...
The
I don't know.
thingies.
It looks like a spider, but you can't hit it from the front because it's got armor in the front.
Of course.
And so you got to flank it to shoot the back.
Because no one ever thought of covering the thing's butt.
No. These are robots. Don't be silly.
They don't think that smart. They only blew up most of the world.
Now, this factors in with the difficulty. Your AI teammates are immune to enemy bullets. So you're in cover. You're like shit. I'm out of ammo. Your teammates pop up. They're like ha pop. So I've literally sat there like out of ammo, like behind cover, like watching them hit these guys for like 20 minutes. All right, good job, Connor. Let's go.
I don't think that's how war happens.
All right, you just totally...
I'm going to hide behind that rock. You guys shoot
You shoot them. You shoot them. I will stand here and watch you shoot them. And then give me the credit.
Because I'm the commander of this platoon.
I'm leading human salvation.
Yep. I'm going to hide behind this rock.
The AI is so terrible in this game. Like, they'll be shooting, doing their thing, you know, eating all the bullets, and apparently... they'll go, leave me alone.
I wish all of my friends were bulletproof.
And said, leave me alone.
Well, I guess maybe that's a trade-off. Maybe you're bulletproof, but then you're dumb as a sack of hammers. Like, maybe that's the choice given. They're like, you can be bulletproof, but you have to be an idiot. And it's like, I'm okay with that.
No. And they have infinite ammo, so obviously you stand and watch them shoot.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Would you give up your intelligence to be bulletproof?
No.
I have a question for Monday now, though.
The game is horrendously buggy. The game froze on me like 3 times.
Who is this game made by?
Grin. These are the guys that made they made an actually really good game. I can't remember what it was.
What? No.
Yes.
Was
no.
It? No. I know they made the Bionic Commando reboot game.
Yes.
Which they also should... So, see, they're like 50-50. Because, I know they did that other game that everybody's like, oh my god!
It's an actual good game. And then there's this game. I'm like, this can't be that bad. I'm looking at the people with the reviews. I'm like, this is the worst game to platinum. And that's true. I only got this game to get that dumb platinum trophy.
Yep.
In a sense, it's kind of a good game in terms of like you don't have to find any collectibles. You're not trying to do headshots. You're not trying to get X amount of kills with weapons. It's just finish the game.
Right.
That's it. But don't make the game so horrendously difficult to play because the numerous bugs actually make it a challenge. And don't just, increase the difficulty by letting everything absorb 5 billion bullets.
Yeah.
All of the bullets in the world. The voice acting is so bad. It's just... Oh.
Yeah, I think Grin needs time.
They're gone.
I know they're done. But I like when they were making games.
Yeah.
If they had a deadline, they were hooped.
Yeah.
Like it's like they sweated bullets until that deadline came, and they're like,
well, Bionic Commando wasn't too bad.
It was pretty bad.
But like they actually got time to make it though.
They did, and then all of a sudden the guys were like, "So guys, you know that game we were asking you guys to make? Yeah, we kind of need it." Oh no! It's a game.
Bro, it's falling apart.
Yeah, there's like tape. The glue's still like.
Oh, there's
hanging
a fourth enemy. It's like a motorcycle thing. Oh, that's another terrible thing about this game. The
driving level.
The driving levels where you're shooting your gun, and you have no sense of hitbox or recoil.
Oh.
Like the enemies are this big, and the hitbox on them is this.
Of course.
So you gotta hit that spot
to
destroy them. And the worst part is like if they're shooting you, the enemy, your health won't regenerate until that enemy's gone.
Just hide behind a pole until till your friends come and.
You can't because it's a rail shooting part. And the worst part is like, Connor, take out that flying whatever.
You take it out.
Well, you're shooting it. And you're like, yeah, I think I'm doing damage, but you get to the part in the line where it's supposed to be dead, and if it's not dead, you die.
Oh.
So it's not like it's just one of those like extended scenes where it just keeps extending itself until it's dead.
Yeah.
No, you have to kill it before you reach that checkpoint in that game, in that level. So.
So all in all, just a bad game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. No, don't buy this game. It's probably like $15 somewhere.
Still don't.
I pity the fool that buys this game. It is not a game. I think I would rather watch the movie.
I still haven't seen that movie.
It's not great. The best part about this game is the cover system, which is, it's kind of intuitive where like you point the direction of where you want to jump to the next cover, and it shows you, it highlights which ones you can get to safely.
Well, that's not bad.
Safely, and that's fine. And the music, which is pulled from the movie.
So cheating.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 from the movie.
Yeah.
That's all in there. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, I guess. That's bearable. Over the gunfire or the terrible voice acting. I'm like, oh, yay.
Awesome. Totally picking that one up tomorrow.
Get it for the points.
Yeah, whatever.
If you can stomach them.
I don't think I could.
No. It's not a... Yeah. That's why I can't remember why that game was terrible.
Mm-hmm. Anywho.
Yeah.
News?
Shall we?
News.
Yes.
First up, Project Sora.
These are the guys that did the
Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus and were responsible for the Smash Brothers games.
Parts of them were.
Yeah.
Like there were minimal amounts of people from Project Sora working for Sora Incorporated.
Right.
That were responsible for Super Smash Bros.
Right. So what's up with them?
They have closed their doors. They are done.
Well, that's too bad because I really wanted a Kid Icarus sequel. Again. But,
so
okay.
And then in my research, Project Sora was Sora and Nintendo getting together, making a little company to make the Kid Icarus game. So
did all the members of Project Sora just get absorbed into Nintendo then?
Or back into Sora Incorporated, like back into Sora's actual company.
Okay.
Like
now, does this include the guy that's supposed to be directing Smash Brothers, whatever?
I'm not sure. He was part of Sora Incorporated.
Yeah.
The whole, from what I've been reading, Super Smash Bros. Was never with Project Sora.
Mm-hmm.
It was always with Sora Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if this is just part of like, we're going to form a company to make Kid Icarus and then we're going to be done. It's like when Team Ninja and Nintendo got together to make Metroid Other M. Mm-hmm. You know, it's kind of a one-shot deal. You have to make a company because you're combining people together.
Well, they also have Namco now too, so...
Yeah. So that's what I mean. So, like, obviously Project Sora was probably just created to make that Kid Icarus game.
And there's a weird thing where Honda, is that the guy that does Tekken? He's like, I don't know if Tekken's ever going to be in Smash Brothers either, so... Yeah. Which I think will be stupid.
I think so too. Those characters really don't fit.
Yeah, like, put Pac-Man in, that's fine. That's cool.
Unless, like, with Namco for...
Come on, they put Sonic and Snake in the last one.
But I mean, for Tekken as a character...
No, Tekken, no.
That little tree person...
Mockingjay?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, if you pick one of the really dumb characters...
Gone, the raptor from Tekken 3, I think.
That's what I mean. Like, you pick someone like that and you go... Or you make them... The little, not Pokeballs, but remember you could, like, call other people from different games in the last game.
Trophies? No.
No, they weren't trophies. They were
What were
like
they?
capsules or something weird.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But yeah, you could actually, like, you'd throw it on the ground and all of a
And there's
sudden...
Hayachi.
Yeah.
And then there's Ogre.
But that's what I mean, like, that would also be a good way of incorporating them.
Yeah.
Because obviously, yeah, if Hayachi appeared and just went like, whooshah! And then ran away.
Yeah. Maybe.
Like,
Either way, this game, whatever Sora is, they're no longer around.
Yeah, Project Sora is no longer around, but they only made the one game.
That's okay.
So,
Because it was not
and who
even
knows,
great.
they might reform again to make
Don't make more Kid Icarus.
another Kid Icarus game.
That
Because it
was
did
not-
so well.
I don't like it. I personally don't like it.
I have never tried it, because everybody kept saying the controls were so broken it wasn't even worth playing. So...
Well, after the right analog stick thing was like, it's for lefties.
Yeah. Make that part of the game new.
No, of course not. No, not.
So, it's not
Yeah.
really huge news. People have been kind of
it's
blowing
it's-
it out of proportion a little this week.
It was earlier this week, yeah.
Yeah, because they're like, oh my god, Sora's out, Sora's done, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no. The guy who's making Super Smash Bros.
Mhm.
Still has his company that has made
Yeah.
Super Smash Bros. He's still doing his thing. They just closed down the Kid Icarus people.
Who knows if they're still... I don't even know who's doing Smash Brothers right now.
It's Sora is the director.
Yeah.
Like the guy who owns Sora Incorporated. He's the director of...
Right.
Yeah.
So that's...
So...
I'm mixed about it.
Oh wait, we don't want it. Not for sale.
Housekeeping!
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping!
Anywho,
Yes.
so yeah, it's not drastic.
No.
Bad news.
No.
So,
You know what's drastically great news?
what's drastically great news?
Well, in August,
Mhm.
this is the month of Metal Gear Solid's
It
anniversary.
is.
In August, they're releasing a best version of Metal Gear Solid 4 in Japan, which is the equivalent of the greatest hits for us in America. Well, in that version, they're not only getting a full install patch for the game, but they're finally getting trophy support for all Metal Gear Solid 4 games.
Whoa.
The one trophy support that everyone, including myself, will be playing lots of to get trophies.
Whoa. Well, because
So-
trophies aren't mandatory for
No.
PS3 games, so
No, they are now.
they are now.
They were mandatory January 2000 something or other.
Yeah.
Early, a couple years ago. But when MGS4 came out, I don't even think they had trophies. They weren't implemented then.
Oh, that's right.
So they've been patching. It's been retro patching and stuff like that. So for
Because
various
PS3 was pretty much just a Blu-ray player when it first popped up. Yeah.
Blu-ray player and that to
Heavenly
play,
Sword.
to play Heavenly Sword and to play Gran Turismo, or to look at trailers of Gran
Gran
Turismo,
Turismo,
5.
which wouldn't come out for another how many years?
Never.
Yeah.
So you can patch.
Metal
Sometimes,
Gear Solid.
sometimes it's August
Yay!
coming out for trophies. Yay!
Exciting.
There's other big Metal Gear news things happening, but Hideo's being pretty coy about it. But
He's always coy.
he's
Maybe there's like hidden codes in those pictures of food he always takes.
Yeah, I think so.
There must be.
I would. Maybe we should do that.
Decode his food.
That just makes me hungry then.
I'm eating dumplings.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
It's in the dumplings. So, the big thing is about this whole install patch, which I know you haven't experienced it, but every time you finish a chapter in Metal Gear Solid 4, it has to install a little bit more. So, the game runs gorgeously without, with this weird, breaking up of installs.
Yeah.
But I guess the team has been working on making the entire install in the beginning. So, go Metal Gear Solid 4 trophies. Yay!
Now I have a reason to finish 3.
I've finished all of them again.
Reported a couple weeks ago,
Yeah,
Star Wars, the MMO,
the Old Republic.
yes, going free to play.
Barely.
And now it kind of has.
Not.
It's done the World of Warcraft thing where they give you so many levels for free.
How many?
15.
I don't know.
So in an MMO, usually the
So, yeah.
first 10 levels for a non-experienced player is like 2 hours.
Mhm.
So you might have a few days of
Mhm.
playing on your hand, like solid
No.
playing.
I'd rather be playing Counter-Strike Beta.
But that's
on my
so it's
PC.
kind of
It's.
at least this gives people an opportunity to try.
Are
the
you
game
going
out.
to? Are you going to boot up your Windows to play this? This is the better question because I won't.
I will.
Unless I get my Mace Windu with purple lightsaber, no.
I will think about it.
Then that's all you need, folks.
I will think about it long and hard.
Really?
Yes.
It's free.
I know, but then I have to boot up my Windows side. So.
Or just install VirtualBox.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll see. Like, I've heard people say it's a really good game.
But I don't...
I think their end game is just really bad, and that's why people dropped it.
Oh, yeah.
Because in an MMO, that's kind of the... You need that...
The strong thing to...
You need end game. It's like Diablo right now. No one's really playing it, because there's no end game. And Blizzard's like, it's not an MMO!
The, DC one's got pretty good end game stuff, though.
They keep releasing DLC like a crazy... There's $30 of the DLC that I don't have.
I don't need any of it. I only have the first one.
I have the Green Lantern one. There's Battle for Earth.
Yeah.
With Earth powers and Batman.
Yeah, and then there's the
Flash
stuff.
with the lightning powers.
I think the Joker stuff is free.
No, it's $10 too.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was free.
Me too.
Oh.
No, I went to check.
No.
Joker's Last Laugh with shields is a new weapon. $10.
So like Captain America?
Yep. No, like Wonder Woman.
Oh, right, yeah, because Wonder Woman has a shield in the comics. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I thought she just has her fists.
That's usually how she's always portrayed, and now in some of the pictures on DC Online, she's got the shield. Just to kind of like, we're not just doing it because of Captain America, guys.
She does have a shield.
She does, but...
So she's never used it like that.
No, so...
She's used it for defensive purposes.
So you can spend... You can buy them in any order.
Yes.
So if you want just the shield power, you can buy just the Last Laugh.
Or if you just want the Flash stuff, which I kind of do. Because I do like...
You do like the Flash.
He is the best.
You got super speed already, though.
I already have super speed, so that's why I'm like, what?
Because lightning power's awesome.
Is it like elemental lightning? Or
yeah.
Just no. I can run up walls already. I can run up walls. And jump really far after I jump. Okay, they're Sith.
And Earth powers. They all look cool, but I'm not like, that's $30 for a game that I've played for 2 weeks
and is free for most part.
I spent my first $10 and I was very happy with that $10, and now it's kind of, and I'm still happy. Like I went back and I started playing it again, and
I don't know. It just.
I think for people playing it, it's a really good deal. I think for those of us who
have
played it, stopped playing,
but have other games to play.
Yeah, took that big break, and now it's you come back. $30 worth of DLC is kind of daunting.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you don't need it.
You don't need it, but it's a hard game to get back into, I've found. And the patch time is insane.
Yeah, because you got to keep your PS3 on, and I don't know about you. My PlayStation is my main console. So I kind of got to turn it on to go to work. Hopefully my internet connection doesn't bug out on me the way through.
Yeah, because I put that on and I switched over to my Xbox to play whatever. Like, I had something stupid in there, and I'm like, whatever. I think I ended up playing Brink.
Ugh.
Just because I was too lazy to get up, but like... So, either way, Star Wars free.
Old Republic.
Till level 15. So if you've been pondering giving it, like, wondering what it's like...
Just give it a shot. I mean, it looks great.
But that's what I mean. So, and this is how you get new subscriptions to MMOs. You have to do trials.
You have to do a trial.
If a person's gonna spend money on the game and then spend money monthly, you have to let them try this game out.
Yeah.
Which is where World of Warcraft didn't need it at first. These guys didn't think they'd need it this quick, but I think it's kind of like, we need to get new players.
Yeah, I want to see what Rift is like, actually. I want to see the numbers for Rift. Yeah. Because that's really actually a really good MMO.
Yeah.
And I played it for a summer.
I know a lot of people, actually, that I knew played it, so...
And actually, it's actually a good scheme to it, so. And, of course, this is maybe this is their answer to the oncoming of Guild Wars 2.
Maybe.
Because that's coming out in August.
Yep.
That's really soon.
Because it's going to be free to play, isn't it?
All of it is.
Yeah, just like it used to be.
That's the big catch with Guild Wars.
Yep. And I wasn't a huge fan of Guild Wars 1.
Well, 2 looks really, really good.
But 2, yes. 2 is... I've looked at, and I will continue to look at, but I probably won't end up getting. But
I have no idea if I will get it or not, because
but
I haven't finished Guild Wars 1 content.
Yeah.
There's so much content in Guild Wars 1.
But that's the MMO news.
Yeah. Valve's infamous summer sale has started this week.
Finally.
Yeah, it took them a little bit, didn't it?
There's someone, Graham actually sent me a video. Some people made a fake terrorist threat movie. They had a guy like with the bag over his head, and they're like, for every day that summer sale is not on, we shoot another victim.
Oh boy.
Well, because everybody was kind of expecting it at the end of June.
Yeah.
Beginning of July.
Mm-hmm.
And even like I said to Graham, I'm like, well, PlayStation starts on like the 4th of July. They're doing their whole.
When's did the Xbox do theirs yet? Or is it already done?
Summer of Arcade, yes. Splunky came out.
Yeah.
But no, but it hasn't really started yet because there's a whole Minecraft theme this year.
Ugh, yeah.
But I don't think it started yet.
Okay.
Because everybody's addicted to this Splunky game, which is absolutely stupid. But that's just my opinion.
That's because people love Angry Birds and Alex the Kid, or Amazing Alex.
Splunky is a 2D platformer
Mm-hmm.
where you're an Indiana Jones type character, and you get bombs and like grappling rope. So you can blow up pieces of the ground, get to your treasure, then you have to get the treasure to like the end of the room.
Dig Dug.
Yeah.
Play Dig Dug.
Because it's way better.
No, play Dig Dug. Dig Dug's way better.
Splunky's just weird, but that's their game right now. It's selling like hotcakes, so they haven't started their sale yet. But the
Valve Steam sale has finally
this is the one that everybody waits for.
Yeah, this is actually I haven't seen any like groundbreaking deals just yet. There's some pretty good deals right now.
The packages are pretty big if you don't own the games already.
Then that's the problem.
Because Graham got the Ubisoft one.
Yeah, but
Beyond Good and Evil.
Assassin's Creed. Is it all of them?
No.
Oh, just
the last one. Driver San Francisco. But he paid $50 and he only owned one of the games in that package.
Mm-hmm.
So he felt like, he got like, 4 games for $50.
Yeah, that's
He felt good about that.
Yeah, that's good. The thing is, like, with Steam games is, like, when was the last time you played something that you bought?
At a Steam sale kind of thing.
Yeah, and, like, I played Dead Space once.
Yeah.
And I bought it for $5. And I'm like, that's alright. I played it for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And I didn't finish it. But the big thing of this year is that you get to vote on games.
Yes.
It's you get three choices. You vote on them, and then at the end of the 8 hours, you get that sale.
Yes.
And then another 3 come up.
Yep. And then you pick another 3, and some of the 3 that they're offering are kind of lackluster.
They're not great.
No.
So you just vote on it anyways.
Yeah, you kind of just to get through it, but
yeah, I think Skyrim will be up sometime soon. There's supposed to be a really good Skyrim. Call of Duty. The Modern Warfare 3 is actually up for like $20 or something like that.
That's actually a pretty good price.
Yeah, it's a really good price for that game.
There's some indie bundles that are up there.
Yeah, indie bundles are always good ones.
Yeah, so one was yesterday, 2 was today, so they'll just keep pumping out indie bundles all week.
Yeah.
Nothing overly drastically
yet.
And yes, it's day 2, so.
Yeah, when does this go on till?
I don't know. I am not the person who really knows about summer sales. From Dust is on for $3.74.
I still think that would be a good game.
For $3.74, you can probably get it, and it would be decent.
But you're the only person I've talked to that doesn't like it.
I know.
So, I want to try Payday actually, which is the weird Left 4 Dead. Binding of Isaac is only $124, guys. Go buy it.
Yeah, go buy that game now.
It's so good.
Graham got through it.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He finished it.
Don't lie.
Sonic Generations is $10.
Oh, vote. Metro.
Yeah.
Easily. Don't.
Oh, I'm not even logged in. This is just Steam powered. I'm not even on Steam. Now it's gonna ask me to log in. Go away. Max Payne's on sale for $30. Max Payne 3.
But you can get it for $30 on console, so.
You can, so
it's not a huge thing.
There was a big Total War sale.
Yeah, that was yesterday, wasn't it?
I think it's just one of the packages. Call of Duty right now still on for $30.
That's not bad. Left 4 Dead that's $10. It's a little high.
Yeah, I got mine cheaper than that.
Yeah. And I got a hat with mine, but whatever.
It's all the collection stuff that's kind of the big deal right now.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, people have owned bits and pieces of these games everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just, do you want to complete your collection?
Right.
And the thing is, you can still buy the games separately, buy them like individually, and still get a pretty good price on them.
Oh yeah, you get a great price, but
you do get a really decent one if you.
The Sega collection's pretty good just because it has all these classic ones on top of like the Total War games.
Yeah, but I have those on my PlayStation already.
I know, but
and I can play those with an arcade stick.
But Comic Zone,
I can play that with an arcade stick.
I have it on my Xbox. It's just all like the Total War games.
I've never been a fan of those Total War
I
games.
love them because they're very risky.
For Sonic Generations at $10, that's not bad.
If you get this whole package for $50, you get all of them.
Yeah, no, not.
Rockstar Collection.
The id Collection's probably not bad.
Commander Keen.
No.
Doom 3, Doom 2, Final Doom.
Oh, Hexen, I forgot about those games.
Heretic, Hexen, Hexen 2.
I forgot about those Hexen games.
Quake, Quake 2, Quake 2 Mission Pack, Quake 2, Quake 3 Arena, Quake 3 Team Arena, Quake 4, Quake Mission Pack, blah 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 blah. Rage.
No.
I didn't mind it. Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Spear of Destiny, The Ultimate Doom, and Wolfenstein 3D.
Wolfenstein 3D is the best reason to get that.
All for $50. Star Wars Collections, PopCap has their little thing on. Bethesda's going on right now. Brink.
I bet your Skyrim's gonna get a really.
Skyrim's $40 right now.
No, I'd rather get it on consoles.
But Hunted the Demon Forge is only $11.99.
Don't. You're a bad person.
Assassin's Creed Revelations, Beyond Good and Evil. Driver San Francisco, you get From Dust if you get the Ubisoft one. Heroes 6, Might and Magic. Ruse, Rayman Origins, and Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction. Origins would be weird on a computer, except for the fact that...
Wait, Convictions is on PC?
Yeah.
I thought it was only Xbox.
I think it's just Windows.
Oh.
Telltale Collection.
Yeah.
Not worth it, but...
Well, how much are they charging for? $50?
$50.
Not...
$50 for a bunch of Telltale games that you can usually get for...
The Walking Dead is probably not bad, though.
For $20, you can get The Walking Dead.
That's your best one. And Puzzle Agent, I hear, is really good, too.
Yeah. Monkey Island, you get the complete package.
Yeah, but those are so dated.
I know.
Well, they're so hard to play.
This is the new one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not bad, then.
Yeah.
That's better.
So, and Back to the Future, and Jurassic Park. So, I mean, there's...
Your mileage may vary.
Yeah.
If you... Depends on what kind of games you're super into.
Exactly. Check out the sales.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Actually, every day, because every day is different.
That is the trick with these sales.
So.
Cool.
Yeah. Next.
The 3DS XL will be Nintendo's last 3D console.
Why?
Because Nintendo says that people haven't. They're getting tired of the 3D.
I'm not getting tired of the 3D. I played Rhythm Thief in 3D. I don't
know what they're gonna do after this. Like, was the 3DS just like?
Yeah, how do you make, because you're going to want to make your games, what do you call it, backwards compatible.
Right.
Can I no longer play my 3D games in 3D?
So, well, and what happens, like, Nintendo and new handhelds.
Yeah.
Every 2 years we get something like, oh, now it's the SD, XL, Wi-Fi, yeah.
XLI.
That's what I mean, they keep coming out with new ones.
I think this is going to be their last 3D handheld. They're still going to do updates and revisions to the 3DS as time goes on.
The 3DS XLI Wi-Fi beta.
Plus
beta,
3G. Plus 3G.
Like... yeah, people just they don't get the immersion that 3D gives you on a handheld. And I'm like...
Yeah, but the bigger screen helps.
Yeah, I'm like, 3D... Like I said, cool. I don't mind it.
Mileage may vary depending on which game you're playing.
Right.
Because some games definitely don't need 3D.
No.
Mario Kart doesn't need it. Snake Eater could use it. Snake Eater works with 3D. The Kingdom Hearts demo, not that great.
In 3D.
Yeah, doesn't add a lot.
That's what I mean. Like it really depends on what you're playing. But yeah, Nintendo's kind of just like, yeah, 3D. People not really digging it as much as we thought they would.
That's too bad because it's not. Well, that's the thing. How do you make your next, handheld, backwards compatible if it no longer does 3D? Do all your other games with this weird 3D gimmick no longer have that gimmick and just become regular handheld games?
I don't know. And I mean, they haven't really been, after the price drop, it kind of boomed.
Mhm.
Like the 3DS kind of boomed.
Oh yeah, totally did. Because they had Star Fox and Zelda. They had.
But then, like at this year's E3, they had their own private conference for the 3DS. Like,
yeah.
no one was really hawking handhelds this year when both handhelds
should have been.
Should have had a bigger place. Like that's what, you know, some of the articles are saying is like, maybe you guys should advertise your 3DS more. Like maybe it's not fading. Maybe you guys just.
I still play it.
I still play mine, but. You know, like, we're still waiting for Animal Crossing. We got Luigi's Mansion. Like, there's games coming out. But feed us a little bit more information about them. Get us excited. Get us thinking about the 3DS. Maybe people will be like, oh, maybe I should go buy one of those things. I don't watch commercials anymore, because...
I don't watch TV.
Me neither. So, I'm not sure how much, like, television time they're giving the 3DS, but...
I don't think they're giving games enough time anymore.
I don't... yeah. Like, I think they're kind of just like, it'll sell itself.
Whatever is on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, it'll sell itself.
If it's on Jimmy Kimmel, people will be like, we have to have this game.
Yeah.
Because that happens all the time.
Well, Jimmy Fallon was playing
Jimmy
with the
Fallon.
Wii. Yeah, he was playing with the Wii U after E3, so. Either way, that's that.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
we'll see what happens, I guess, later with Nintendo's handhelds.
So an update to one of the Final Fantasy VII story last week with the cloud saves and the whatever, and the microtransactions.
Yes.
Not actually microtransactions with real world money.
Which is nice.
It's yeah.
Yes.
But it's using in-game gold to boost your character's... Gil, gold...
Very important.
Gills.
Yeah.
These are gills.
No, these are gills with 2 L's. Come on now.
Okay, sorry, so... Gil.
Just one.
So you're not... That's a good, I think, in my mind. Cause
me too, because I thought that was absolutely ridiculous.
Because it's like, here's $10 to get a top-notch cloud, and then here's your shitty cloud.
Yeah. So yeah, in-game money
in-game
microtransactions.
Yes.
Cool.
To boost your materia or levels. I think that's a better thing to do.
I still think it's a dumb system, personally.
Yeah, it's better than it is before.
But because Final Fantasies were all about, oh, I can't beat these guys. Guess I'll go grind for 3 hours. Because you're going to have to grind anyways. Like, the booster only works for that battle, right? From what I've kind of heard? Or is it permanent?
Again, mileage may vary. I think it depends on what
you're doing.
Yeah, depending on which...
For 60 minutes, you are level 60. Sweet.
Alright, final battle.
Yeah.
Sephiroth's battle is so easy, you don't even need it anyways. you just hit him with everything you got.
So
yeah, that's cool. It's not a good game to get remade anyways.
It's not even remade!
Barely remade.
Re-released with some extra bonus features.
Which they had to probably go back into code in anyways.
Yeah.
So, I don't even know why they spent the extra time to recode in the booster system when they could have went in and, made changes to everything else.
So they can charge an extra $5 for the game.
$15?
You can boost your character now, though!
Game changer!
And achievements.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Master all materia.
And there's only going to be so many people that are going to do that.
One.
I don't care how many people say that Final Fantasy VII is the best one ever. None of you are really going to get that, those ultimate achievements that are, crazy up the wazoo.
We don't even know what the achievements are yet. So.
We don't, but there's going to be one of them there's always that one insane one.
Finish the game on hard mode for Terminator?
Yeah. What's hard mode?
Oh, yeah, to sit through this shitty-ass game.
Next up, the Witcher franchise. Yes. The whole series has sold just as many games now as have been pirated.
Like Witcher games?
Yes.
Pirated?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure what
Which one came first?
Pardon?
Like which one was higher first? Was
pirating.
Pirating was higher first? Okay.
And it has caught up since.
Oh, that's good.
The pirated numbers. So, for those of you that don't know, CD Projekt makes their games DRM free. They don't believe in DRM. Mm-hmm. So, here's the game, play it, install it on 12 computers, do your thing. Mm-hmm. No online passes, none of this junk. Mm-hmm. Let's just play our game.
Yeah, they don't even have CD keys.
No, it's just go at her. So, and they figure that if people play the game, responsible people who pirate it might go and buy it. Well, their
like
math...
a CD.
Yeah, their math is actually kind of worked out.
Yeah.
So for, let's say it's 4 million copies pirated, they have sold 4 million copies. And CD Projekt, totally happy about it.
Yeah, because they're not like a big company. They're like, but that's 4 million copies that we could earn money on.
Yeah, like there's those companies that they sit there and it's like, well, the used game sales that we never made any money on, blah, 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 blah. We lost that money. You never had that money in the first place.
You had sold that before.
Yes.
It's just being resold.
Yes. But that's money that they're never going to see. And I said,
but our Q4 projections are going to be shit because blah, 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 blah. Well, you're not factoring your Q3 projections. No, we don't have to.
No. But,
or some business thing.
They're idiots. CD Projekt, they're small. I believe they're Swedish. These Swedes got it going on, man.
It's the fetish.
The fetish? They're so chillax about all this stuff.
It's because they're smoking up all the time.
I don't know. Either way, they're so chillax. It's like Notch. It's like, yeah. You know.
Who cares? Just make a good game.
Pirate Minecraft. If you like it, pay for it.
You can pirate Minecraft?
People do.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, people have pirated Minecraft and Notch. Like, someone wrote Notch and they're like, is there any way that I can get the game because I don't have whatever it is right now to buy it?
Yeah.
Like $30 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, just go pirate it. When you get your $30, just buy the game. Like, if you like the game enough, you know, after you've pirated it, pay for it.
That's what people do with CDs.
Yeah, but it's happened now. Like, CD Projekt has proved it.
Yep.
Because how many of those pirated copies have converted into paid copies?
See, but the thing is that you have to convince that to like the bigwigs in the suits. It's like,
yes, at EA.
How long did it take for
at
them?
EA and all.
For them, they just it's hard.
Well, because they think now.
Yeah, they gotta.
And like you said, they're sitting there still looking at that 4 million pirated, going,
yeah.
It's 4 million. We should have sold to.
Yeah. So
even if like 95% of those 4 million actually paid for the game after they pirated.
Yeah, they don't care. No, it's pirated.
Yeah.
In their mind, they're thinking of like double sales and stuff like that.
Either way. Cool, CD Projekt, we love you.
Good game.
Yep.
Games is.
Game franchise. And the DRM free stuff's wicked. Because I like to install my games, you know, if I have to wipe my computer.
Yeah.
I like the opportunity to install my stuff more than once or twice.
Or thrice.
Yeah. It's like Spore. Three installs.
Yeah, and then you gotta call them.
Then you gotta call EA.
I need more installs.
What up, EA? I need more installs on my Spore game. And they're like, whoa. What do you think you're doing?
Well, the cloud stuff isn't too bad.
No.
If it's installed via cloud, that stuff's pretty handy. Because I know my phone... Was it my phone? Something to do with the Apple stuff where it's like you're only allowed to install onto 5 computers.
Yeah.
But you can fix it all like over the iCloud.
Yeah, you can toy with it, but like Spore, it's literally not 3 computers, it's 3 installs.
Yeah. It's so weird.
So it's like...
I wonder if that's still there.
It is. That's why people pirated that game so much.
Well, poor Will Wright.
Have to deal with EA.
He had made a really, really cool game and then...
Yeah, and then they ruined it. Well, that and all the people walking around with giant penises.
That's part of... I don't know, but you have a penis monster.
I'm a giant penis monster. Well, it's because they released that creature creator like 8,000 months before the game came out, so they could like compile creatures. So it's like, pay $10 and you can start creating creatures, and we'll start adding them to libraries. And it's like
penis.
So you make one cool creature first, then it's like, I wonder.
Boobs.
Yeah, penis. Yeah.
Penis, boobs,
yeah,
vagina.
Walking boobs.
Oh, terrible.
Either way.
Yes.
Failings. Bombs.
People don't know how to manage their kids.
People are idiots.
On their online transactions, because this dad is blaming Xbox for his son spending over £1,000.
Yes.
Now
that's roughly $2,000.
Yeah.
More than $2,000.
I don't know. A pound is pretty heavy.
Yeah. A pound is worth more than twice as much as our dollar. So.
Yes. So that's all. Doesn't the Xbox have parental controls?
Totally.
So why is he blaming Xbox? Like, straight up. Why is he...
It's his 12-year-old son.
That's cool. I don't care.
And apparently he's racked up this bill playing FIFA and Call of Duty. So Xbox was quick to point out that he shouldn't be playing Call of Duty at 12. And that all of the DLC, like all of the premium paid stuff, is reported as soon as you buy that game. And put it in and start hitting those buttons. It's like, okay, this is going to cost you money. This is going to cost you money. This is going to cost you money. And yeah, this is Microsoft. They have all those, like...
or not microtrans.
But the checks and balances.
Yeah, they have... I think that was the first thing that happened, was, like, if you...
do you need a password to get your...
Well, no, like, if you wanted to play an M-rated game and your
Yeah,
kid was 12, it wouldn't load.
Yeah, you needed the...
Parental control for
Well,
that.
the little password. So like XXYB.
Or whatever you want.
Whatever you put it in, yeah.
So, like,
now...
why... The apple thing with the fruits, the Smurf berries.
Smurf berries.
That
was a little trickier.
Yeah, that one's fine. You know, Apple fixed that.
Yeah.
Although their in-app stores purchase is broken again.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a little more tricksy on the game's part. Like, oh, you need Smurf berries to build this building. Buy them, sure.
Yeah.
And a kid doesn't think. At that point, like, and I was sitting, like, I played that game for 10 minutes. It comes up going like, buy me. Sure, with what?
Yeah, that doesn't specify.
Yeah.
But this one is just like, buy the DLC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy the premium package? Totally.
And the thing is, like, how do you... Okay, $2,000 between two games.
Yeah.
Call of Duty. All the DLC combined, that's not even, like, $100.
Yeah.
So most of this is from the FIFA game.
Uh-huh.
So the kid is, like, paying money to boost his characters?
Yeah. Essentially. So, and then the dad saying he didn't know that his credit card was saved on the machine.
No.
He has, like, monthly reoccurring Microsoft Live on there. But he didn't know that they saved his credit card on the machine. And it didn't ask if they're sure that they wanted to buy that DLC. I can tell you right now, on the Xbox, when I get DLC, there's at least, like, 3 screens to the entire process.
There's, like, 4 for the PlayStation.
Hit the button, you get the DLC stuff opened up. You scroll down the thing, you press the button to find the one that you want. It gives you the description, the price, how many Microsoft points you have, how many you'll have after, the whole shebang. You press buy, it goes, are you sure you want to buy this? You go, yes.
Well, I think the PlayStation one does it a little bit more elegantly after their whole credit card thing. It actually asks you for the CVC number.
Yeah.
And if your credit card has it equipped, you can actually put passwords into it now.
Yeah.
So you require a password regardless of the purchase. I mean, adding funds to your account purchase. So.
Yeah, so...
But like, there's checks.
On all these systems, there's checks and balances to make sure that you're...
not spending money that you don't want to.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And they're saying, well, he didn't know it was real money because it says it's so many Microsoft points. Why does the dad not have that locked? No purchases available. Like, if the dad's already paying for the Xbox Live subscription, he should have set that kind of stuff
This
up.
is bad parenting, guys.
And then again, watch what your kids are playing.
Yeah.
Which he obviously doesn't care because the kid's playing Call of Duty at 12.
Yeah, he is shooting dudes at 12 and saying, cool!
I mean, I played Doom at a very young age.
I played Quake at a young age.
Yeah, like...
Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
With naked girls and pigs that were cops.
Yeah, like, we played the weirdest games at young ages. But, like, I know my parents kind of half-assed knew what I was playing. Like, they knew I was shooting stuff, but then it's like, okay, we don't shoot people, right? And it's like, well, duh.
Yeah, like the
parenting is
falls on the parenting, because it's just, sit your kid in front of the TV and make them,
the TV is the babysitter.
The TV teaches them.
Yeah.
Is what's going on.
Well, it's the babysitter.
Babysitter and life lessons and.
Yeah. There's one person I know, and it's literally for about a year. He'd come in, and all of his current event and life learnings came from South Park.
What?
At like 20 years old, he goes, yeah, so like Obama's doing this right now, and I'm like, no, he's not. Well, that's what was on South Park. Yeah, because cartoon shows totally.
Okay, so
what's going on.
So what you do is you watch South Park and learn that stuff, and then actually read about it, because then you're informed about it at some point.
Kooky.
Just like how how I think that's how they want people to.
You're using that sense thing that used to be common. Stop it.
I remember the whole Xenu episode with Scientology.
Yeah.
That was a real episode.
Yeah, people actually look into stuff after
watching South Park.
Yeah. Well, you should if you're interested in stuff that happened on the show. And especially don't come into a place where people are really informed about what's going on in the world.
And the fact that it's South Park.
Yeah, again,
it's
South Park.
It's
a cartoon
99.99% of that show is fictitious.
Whoa. My mind just...
There's always that 0.01%, but you know what? Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. That's where they get their news from.
But yeah, that's what I mean. This world's getting to that point now where...
Next.
I found this one quite funny. Mm-hmm. And it's not a fail on the people's part.
Mm-hmm.
But hackers, all these nice cars these days have all of these electronics in them.
GPSs.
Yeah, to start them, to open them, to get them going.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even need keys in some cars anymore. Yeah. It's just, it knows that, your body is the...
Right there.
Yeah. So, these dudes just so happened to grab a BMW by hacking into it. Like, no keys required, no hot wiring, nothing. It was just tick, 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 tick. And the car's like, what up, Bob? It's like, hey.
You could do that.
Yeah. Shut off the GPS tracking, that car's gone.
Yep. Or just, if you have enough technology to shut off the, get into it, you can do anything else.
Oh, really. Yeah. And then a couple weeks ago, some hackers, and again, $1,000 worth of equipment from Radio Shack, they hacked into and took over a flying drone from the U.S. Army.
I remember reading that story.
Me too, and I just, like, when I read this one, I remembered that one, and it's like... We're getting so reliant on all this, like, technology stuff, and then we forget about the security aspect of all of it.
Well, it's funny, because the internet was made
for
the military.
Yeah.
Oddly enough. Now it's going to full 180.
Yep. So,
suckers.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. If you're not willing to, like, secure your BMW to that kind of stuff.
I don't know, my old car was keyless entry and keyless start, but...
Yeah,
I don't know how that worked.
They're just getting so computerized now that literally I'm surprised there's not a jack on the outside that you can just, like...
Oh, well, there probably is. I imagine, somewhere like that.
Mega Man network transmission?
Yeah, no, not like that.
Oh, come on.
Not even... Capcom doesn't like Mega Man anyways. No, I'm sorry, there's a Mega Man Sonic comic coming out.
Yes, that's right, I read about that. The blue bomber meets the blue blur, because that will make so much sense.
It's a good tagline.
Yeah.
That's about it.
To a horrid comic.
It's the tagline that makes everything.
I'll just race up there and do this! Okay, I'm just gonna like... Beep, beep, beep,
hold on up.
Maybe if he charges up and shoots Sonic, Sonic goes like...
No, they're working together!
No, but like he'll shoot him and he'll go like ultrasonic or something.
Supersonic.
No, ultrasonic. I can't use supersonic. It's gotta be something different if it's like the Mega Buster shooting Sonic.
So if Mega Man beats Sonic, does he get Sonic's power?
Spikes on his head.
And runs really fast.
Yeah.
He shoots his little blaster and he runs up with the blast next to the shot.
All these people.
That's what Capcom wants.
Accidental suicide.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TV.
Yes.
Movies.
Yeah, and stuff.
And other.
This is a big. I think everything else we're talking about is coming out of Comic-Con. Essentially.
Yep.
So the first thing we've got coming up, Firefly. It's got a special documentary coming out.
Yeah, because it's their 10th
anniversary. It would have been 10 years old. You killed a baby fox.
Season 10. And a movie.
6 seasons and a movie.
It would have been 10 seasons by now.
November 11th. No, it would have missed that one season with the writer's strike.
Oh, right. 9 seasons in a movie. But then we got Dr. Horrible, so that's okay.
That's fine. So, November 11th, you'll be able to purchase?
Watch. It's going to be on Space.
Space is running a Firefly documentary.
Yes.
Of pretty much Firefly and how it's made and what they did and
it's pretty much going to be the panel from Comic-Con essentially.
They're going to do
and a little bit of extras.
They're going to do anything they can.
So, but yeah, it's supposed to be a 1 hour.
Because they're going to be talking about stuff at the panel if it's not already talked about already.
Yeah.
About the future of Firefly and passable at Firefly. If there's, I don't know what they're gonna do.
The comics do pretty well. I mean, they come out
They're
really
not
slow.
They're not great.
No.
And they're not great. Yeah. Like the only good one was the Shepherd one.
Yeah, that one was good.
So. It's yeah. I'm excited. I want to see what this is about.
Yeah, and I mean it'll just be. I like watching those little 1 hours.
And you know what? You know what? If there's 1 year to go to Comic-Con, this would have been the year to go.
Oh yeah.
So.
You got Avengers stuff going on.
You've got the entire cast. 90. I think it's 99% of the cast in Firefly.
Yeah.
I think they're missing like one person or something, 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, I don't know.
But and Joss, of course.
Well, yeah, because he's there for the Avengers and Firefly and.
He's not. They're not doing Avengers stuff though. They're just doing.
Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
And they're talking about that Defenders of the Galaxy or whatever and.
Galaxy of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's the one.
Yeah. Is he doing that?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, really? He's doing Rocket Raccoon?
Yes. More stuff out of Comic-Con.
Yes.
Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Something that you're more well acquainted with.
I like some Street Fighter.
Live action television show.
Yeah, made by the guys who did the Street Fighter Legacy short, which you can see on YouTube. It's actually, I think it's one of the most popular videos on YouTube, reaching 8 million hits. But it is getting its own TV show.
Yay! That could be interesting.
Yeah, because it's
it'll be better than the Chun-Li movie.
Everything is better than the Chun-Li movie. It's still better than Two-Headed Shark Attack, but not by much.
That's cool though.
Yeah, no, I'm actually really excited for that, and they're. I don't even know when it's coming out. I think it's coming out next year. So, TV show, maybe it's a mini series. Either way, coming out and actually good.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll never beat the first Street Fighter movie though for me. Street Fighter the movie.
Yeah, but it's like the Mortal Kombat flick.
Yeah.
Like it's horrible to actually like you watch it and you're like, this is
the worst
movie ever.
But it's
you ask any kid from the 90s.
It's awesome.
Mortal Kombat was the best.
Street Fighter was the best.
And yeah, like that's what I mean. Like all those.
Bison Bucks. I want that. I got my Bison Bucks.
Oh dear.
Mhm.
Either who.
Yeah. So the Hunger Games, the Catching Fire.
Yes.
Wait. Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Yes.
It's not even done yet.
Nope.
But there are already plans for Mockingjay. No,
Yay.
wait. Hunger Games Mockingjay.
Gotta subtitle this properly.
Oh, they're subtitling it more now.
How so?
The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1.
Oh.
And The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
Whoa. Mind blown.
So.
Okay.
Is this a thing?
Okay, see.
Is it now? You've read them. Does the third book require to be split into 2?
I was just gonna go. The Harry Potter.
Yes.
Got split into 2 because
that's
that book was.
Yeah, I was like, that was like all of them combined.
Like she kept writing more and more for every book that kept coming out, and
Right.
it was just I don't mind because let's just keep reading.
That's fine.
And they couldn't squeeze everything into the movies, so they went, well, the last one's really important because it ties all these things up.
Mhm.
Let's make it 2 parts.
That's fine.
And I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Then The Hobbit. Peter Jackson goes, we're splitting it into 2 movies, and I went, okay. The Hobbit was not that long, and he goes, we're taking a bunch of stuff from the appendices and pretty much doubling its size.
Okay.
And I went,
fair.
I'm okay with that then.
And then Twilight.
Which I have not read, so I can't actually.
That's
Those books are all this big though, so.
No, they're like this big because that actual literary content.
Oh right, because I can right. Other than the parts where they're just staring at each other and glittering, it's. Yeah. So.
So.
And I have read.
Does Mockingjay? Do you think it?
Maybe if they extend the ending to what it actually should be.
Oh.
As opposed to that 3-page piece of junk that was the ending to Mockingjay. They could pull off a 4th movie, but to me, no. I haven't seen the first Hunger Games movie,
right,
to see how kind of close they stick to the books.
Mm-hmm.
But the 3rd book is about essentially the same size as the first and second book.
They're all about the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like, she wrote the 1st book and then it's like the 2nd book and then in the 3rd book she goes, oh hot damn, I have to finish off how many people's storylines and all this stuff. She does do that.
So do you think she's going to be going to rewrite the 3rd book for the movie to make it longer, or to?
I would hope so, because that's going to be like.
Because you're already having you're weary about the 2nd movie already.
Yes. because I thought that the second book could have been split into the first and third book and just had 2 books
Mm-hmm.
and a better ending to that final book.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
yeah, it's like she wanted to, in the third book, tie up all those loose ends.
But just couldn't.
And but no, she did. She just did it in record time.
Oh.
Like, whereas J.K. Rowling went, I'm just going to keep writing more. This lady's like, I've only got 3 pages left. It's like her publisher went, you only get this many pages to write in a book.
Oh, so like the old ones, the old books.
But then you pace yourself better throughout the book. You don't build up.
Oh, dead. Oh, wait, I mean Shakespeare.
Yeah. But Shakespeare was good. Like, his build-ups were...
And then, this is because I found the note in his pocket that explains the events from the first chapter.
Yeah, like, all this stuff kind of just keeps...
But yeah, I think it's just a ploy for money, though.
It totally is.
So
like, at this point, it's
so lazy.
It angers me. And from what I've heard about the first movie, it's good, but the books are written in a first-person perspective, so you don't get any of that in the movie.
No.
You don't get the monologue that's going inside this girl's head, which is really important to the actual overall story.
Okay.
So, unless they start adding that to the movies, and it's going to make them way longer. But then it's an awkward scene to film.
You're changing... Yeah, unless I don't know.
Like, and that's an awkward way to film, like, whoa, blah, 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 and then, like, lips aren't moving, but, like, the thought process is there. That's a really hard thing to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
And, unfortunately, in these arenas, they can't really talk, because you're always worried that someone's, 10 steps away from you, so it's not like they could even have an outer monologue type thing, where, like, I found this rock and it shall make a good weapon!
Maybe they'll do what they did, what the narrator does in, like, that movie, the 1 week, where it's, like, outside narrative, but inside the movie.
It's tough to say. I don't know. Either way, splitting the third one into 2 movies is ludicrous.
Yay.
So,
yay if you like Hunger Games. And yay if you like Hunger Games.
So,
yeah.
Movie rights get bought all the time.
Yeah.
But the movie rights to the Deus Ex franchise have been bought.
Finally!
Yeah, you'd think with all the sci-fi movie reboots that are coming out lately,
like
that this one would have been on track to come out after, Dread, Total Recall, RoboCop.
Because Deus Ex is, what was it? Pretty much a carbon copy of. I can't remember what it was of a movie that came out in the. Why can't I think of it? Because it's awesome. It's RoboCop.
Yes.
It's practically RoboCop.
Yeah. And
RoboCop's getting its own thing.
That's what I mean. RoboCop's getting a reboot.
Yeah.
So.
But Deus Ex is like RoboCop, except more human.
Yeah, it's got that human aspect to it, but.
Hence Human Revolution.
I don't know. It could be good, could be bad. I'm not sure. There's the Assassin's Creed movie that got some of the cast members finally got.
Yep.
Magneto's in the movie. And
I saw the guy who's playing RoboCop, and he's so mediocre.
I'm still not sure about Total Recall.
I'm okay with it.
I'm not a huge Colin Farrell fan,
but
Kate Beckinsale and Jessica Biel are pretty good with the action stuff.
I'm okay with it. So, I never was a Total Recall fan in like the 60s and 70s, whenever that came out.
The Arnold movie in the 80s or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. It makes me sad though that all of these because who was RoboCop back in the day? Nobody? Or was it?
It was somebody. I can't remember who it was.
Because they've now replaced Arnold.
They replaced the dude who was RoboCop. They're gonna replace
Sylvester Stallone.
Who did Lone Ranger? That guy's getting replaced.
Yeah.
Because Johnny Depp got cast as Tonto.
Yeah.
I saw the picture of him. I'm like,
he's Native American, so.
Yeah, I'm like, this is too perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, Deus Ex.
It's getting its own movie.
Yes.
Which will be
at some point.
Yeah. Hopefully the ending will be better than the games.
Maybe the audience will get to choose.
They're all the same ending though.
Maybe they'll have like a microphone that comes down and they'll do like an applause thing.
No, they'll do it on the chairs. It's a button.
Oh. Boop, 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 boop,
and like,
boop,
what if it's like 25% chose like a quarter?
It's 33, 33, 33 and that one guy just didn't press the button.
Yeah.
The whole movie theater just ignites into flames.
Oh.
That's what I mean. Like, it's a hard game to turn into a movie.
Well, that's like the whole Mass Effect movie business too. Like Mass
You can't do it.
Yeah, because that game is based off of your decisions.
Yeah.
You can't, linearize those kinds of games.
Yeah. Uncharted, you can totally write a movie.
Oh, Uncharted's like it's almost done.
Assassin's Creed, you can totally write a movie too.
Even Metal Gear.
You could totally write a movie too.
That's
but
fine.
games where you make choices.
Moral choices.
Yeah.
Like Skyrim, maybe.
But see...
Medieval movies don't do very well anymore, though.
You could do an Elder Scrolls movie, and it wouldn't have to be attached to any of the games.
That's true.
You could just be like, Elder Scrolls!
It could be in the world.
Yep.
Because God knows they have all this fiction written for, like, 4 more games.
Yeah. So they could make a movie for Elder Scrolls. Like, a movie for Skyrim specifically would be incredibly tough.
Or, like, it'll just be the guy, like, yeah, back when I was in Skyrim, blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
blah. And then you're back in Morrowind.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, Deus Ex is a very odd... Like, the setting's cool.
Oh, I love the setting. I think that's the best part about that game is, like, the weird sci-fi yet modern feel to everything.
So the setting's cool, but...
It won't have any of the moral stuff.
No, of course it won't.
So.
And as long as it doesn't have kind of the main characters from any of the games,
yeah.
you're good. As long as it's kind of set in the Deus Ex world, you're good.
Where it has, talks about moral augmentations, and then there's got, like, the human revolution parts and blah, blah, blah. I think if anything, it should be based off of the new one that's come out, not the first 2.
I agreed.
Those are too far, like, disassociated with the series.
Yes.
Even though they're the same games.
Yeah. They're just, they're farther. Yeah, I agree. So. And lastly...
We talked about this a month ago.
We did.
Something like that.
A box set.
The box set of the Amazing Avengers, which is which was the all 5 of them, right?
It's the Avengers.
It starts off with Iron Man, Iron Man 2.
Yep. The Hulk,
Captain America,
Thor, and the Avengers.
And now the Avengers, in one giant box set called the Avengers Phase 1.
Yeah, and it's the shield briefcase.
It's the shield briefcase with the Cosmic Cube.
The
Cosmic Cube.
What was it called in the damn movie again?
Terrasect.
Yeah, Terrasect. Yeah.
Which is totally dumb. They should just called it the Cosmic Cube.
They can't, because Fox owns the rights.
No, they don't.
They must.
They can't.
They own the rights to Fantastic Four.
They can't. Yeah, but
and Galactus. That's where all the Cosmic Cube stuff is.
Yeah, no, but just because they own the names to it, they can't. Just because they can't talk about it doesn't mean they can't talk about it.
Yeah, it does.
No, but they haven't even talked about the Cosmic Cube because the Cosmic Cube is everywhere. Even Thanos.
Doesn't matter though.
So wait, should Thanos not be in the next Avengers movie?
No, he's okay because he's not part of the Fantastic Four properties.
But he isn't his initial thing is with the Cosmic Cube, getting more energy and power and stuff like that.
His has to do with Thor, so he actually fits with Thor.
I don't know.
It's like you can't talk...
I think they could have. I think they could have called it Cosmic Cube and still been in the final bit. They could have.
I think Fox can sue them for that.
I don't think they can.
I believe they can, because that's how all those rights work. It's crazy stupid.
Yeah, but it's not. They didn't talk about it in the film
in the
at
Fantastic Four movies.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. They own the rights. As long as they hold the rights to the Fantastic Four stuff, there's a big list of all the stuff that they own. It's like none of the Marvel movies can talk about mutants. Because...
Fox owns X-Men.
Is it Fox that owns X-Men? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That one makes sense.
Yeah. Because, you can put Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver into the Avengers movie, but they can't be mutants, and you can never reference Magneto as their father.
I think they should have just done a really dumb line. It's like where Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark's talking to what's his name, Steven Rogers.
Yeah.
It's like blah blah blah. This Terrasect. Blah, blah, wait, what? What's the Terrasect? Oh no, like this cosmic cube thing.
That cubey thing.
It's like a cosmic cube.
Yeah. That glowing cube thing over there. It's cosmic energies or something. Yeah. Throw something in there.
At least, but that's. Anyways, you'll be able to actually buy this come the Avengers.
September 25th, I believe the pre-order says on Amazon.
Yeah, so whenever the Avengers movie comes out, is when you'll be able to get this giant briefcase.
Yeah.
Which, in all honesty, it's awesome.
Yes.
And for someone who only owns one of the movies,
For you, it's great, and they're all Blu-ray. Everything's Blu-ray in this box.
So, like for you, it's kind of like you're pretty sure you're gonna get it, but it's kind of a dumb idea seeing as how you own all of them already.
Well, yeah, that like 10 disc limited edition, 6 movie collector set, $167.99 in Canada.
Holy crap!
But it looks so pretty because all the movies even come in like folders,
and they come in their own customized folder. It's not, so like the Hulk is in green, Iron Man is in red, Thor's blue. I think I would pre-order that. I think I would pre-order that.
I know.
That's the dumbest. And it comes in the Terrasec Cosmic Cube box.
Yes.
And I can touch it.
Yeah. And they're all 3D Blu-ray. Oh no, Thor, Captain America, and the Avengers all come in 3D Blu-ray.
Sold.
As well as regular Blu-ray.
Well, in the future when I get a 3D TV.
And the bonus disc is the Phase 1 Archives Blu-ray disc.
Sold.
And collectible packaging with exclusive memorabilia from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
You mean the Cosmic Cube?
Yes. No, it's the Marvel movie universe, which means it's the Terrasect.
Terrible. You know how too stupid that sounds.
Right? I know it does. I thought it was stupid in the first place, but it's all a big legal hoopla thing. Either way, really wicked. And why did I close that? Because we need to do... Site news. Site. Yes. Hats.
Sunday,
yes.
Which is a Team Fortress. The Source filmmaker's only been out for like... It officially just came out like yesterday. People have been playing around with the beta. This is an amazing video.
You know, day one though, people were like, as soon as that thing got released, they saw the end of the pyro video and they're like...
Ideas.
Yeah, and they just start going.
Yeah.
And start messing around with it.
Did you like it?
I did. I found it funny.
It is... It's Disney. It's the perfect mix because Ariel's all being all like, I want things.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I want hats. I do have hats and Sandman. It's great. It almost inspired me to make my own stuff, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I'm getting close to actually booting up my Windows side to get the video thing going. But
I don't know what I would do. That's the thing.
We could do a newscast.
Yeah, that would take a lot. Actually, it wouldn't be too much time. We just sit there.
No, you'd have to set them up, and then we just record our audio, and poof.
Well, we'll see.
One day. We'll look. Well, once we start.
It's actually, from what they've shown with a Source filmmaker, it looks pretty painless.
Yeah. So once one of us starts playing around with it, we'll find something to do. Either way, it was stupidly hot here in Edmonton.
Like Hong Kong hot.
It has been very warm.
Hong Kong hot.
Like 39 degrees Celsius in the sun.
And then a little bit of humid.
Yeah.
So Slurpees.
So Slurpee flavors.
Even that Slurpee day was a blowout apparently.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people wanted that. There's 7.5 ounces of Slurpee.
Because we went to get Slurpees Monday, and that was what inspired the question. And we went to 2 places, and their Slurpee machines were broken because of the heat.
Oh,
they could not keep the machines, and it wasn't Slurpee specific. It was other places, but they could not keep their machines cold enough to produce Slurpee. It came out as pop. So, but either way, favorite Slurpee flavor.
Watermelon.
Cream soda won.
I know, and I do enjoy cream soda, so I did vote for that one.
All the flavors came in second, and I have been known to.
See, what you do is you get the Coke and then the lime.
Also a good flavor, yeah.
And a little bit of lime.
I get cream soda, and usually I get all the crush ones.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So I go like cream soda, orange, grape. A little more cream soda.
I love the watermelon whenever they have that one.
It's few and far between, but
it's very rare.
It's a good one too.
It's so rare.
Pepsi and Coke came in last.
I forgot about those ones.
Everybody, well, yeah, because why? If you're getting a Slurpee, why are you getting pop flavored? Like specifically Coke and Pepsi, like Coke, like pop flavored things.
Yeah.
At least everybody, root beer, Sprite.
I haven't had a root beer one in a while.
Banana got on the list.
Banana's gross.
I can't eat bananas, so I'm not really a banana flavored type guy.
It's fake banana.
I know.
It's so terrible.
So,
I'd rather have banana mojos.
But yes, all the flavors came in second, and I mean I put swamp water on the thing specifically as
All the flavors.
yes, because that's
No,
what
I think
all the flavors kind of used to.
I think they interpreted it as I like them all.
Yes, and
Because
that's
they're
yes.
Slurpees. That's true.
And nobody voted swamp water.
I think swamp water is a pop thing. I think
It
it's more pop than.
they had a Slurpee flavor once that was swamp water, and it was just like the dregs of everything else.
Ew.
So you just kind of went,
Ew.
and it came out this disgusting like
Ew.
greenish black
Ew.
brown color. Like it was gross, but it was so good. It tasted so good.
I can't do that.
Mm.
Can't do it. Chainsaws. and
Lollipop
Lollipop.
chainsawing.
It's Buffy the game.
I wish, honestly.
It's like the not the Xbox game.
Yeah. Honestly, if Joss Whedon and Suda51 got together, because Suda didn't write this game.
Mhm.
The guy who wrote Super actually wrote this game.
Oh,
James Gunn.
I don't know if I should be excited about that or not. It's kind of crazy. Super was kind of crazy.
Yeah. So it fits Suda's style. It would just be really cool to see Joss Whedon write something and have Suda make the game.
And right now we're just gonna use his head as a baseball and hit him with a bat.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, this one, your boyfriend is a decapitated head who sits on your like hip
Yeah, there's
and
a lot.
bounces off your butt the entire game.
I don't know if I were him, I don't know what I would do, because it's like fuck.
Yeah.
Where's my penis?
No, she solves it because there's a line about kids, and he's like, well, it's kind of a redundant thing to talk about now, isn't it? And she's like, oh no, we'll just grab your DNA and we can do some stuff with magic, because magic exists in this world. Obviously, that's how they slice his head off and keep him alive.
Not like the Futurama ones?
No. So, but she's like, no, we can just have kids through magic. You want to have kids, don't you? And he's like, well, yeah, sure, great, that's awesome. And it's just like, you're just sitting there laughing, because, yeah. And they're all in high school, so they play with the whole hormones thing, and he's missing his, penis and
Junk.
Yeah. So, and then he makes jokes about the fact that he's like right by her butt the entire time.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It's not like the jokes you think about when you see it happen at first, they roll with them. Like, Suda's not afraid of them, and James Gunn's not afraid of them. Like, they know that the jokes are already in your mind, so they might as well just put them on the screen.
How many head to butt jokes can you put? All of them.
Well, there's enough of them where she introduces her boyfriend's name is Nick. There's enough parts where she introduces him to people by like turning around and like sticking her butt out, kind of thing. And people are like, "Hey, it's nice to meet you," as they like stare at her skirt.
Not great.
Yeah. So, Hump Day Humor was late because my house was in
shambles.
Yes. I didn't know I owned that much stuff.
It's okay. That's what hoarders do.
Yeah. So everything's cleaned now, and cats can apparently read. Not obviously well. They don't know the difference between statues and real people.
Silly kitty.
Silly cats. And
the other one's a sign, right?
Yes, the Evil Minions recruiting sign.
Mm-hmm.
1-800-MWAHAHA.
I dialed it.
There's no one there. Either way.
Mm-hmm.
So that was funny. And then Friday,
I'm done.
You're done.
I'm
That's
done.
the end of the countdown.
Thing. It's a final countdown.
Is there a movie that's called Zero?
No. Come on. Oh crap! Zero is a number. Forgot about that.
I don't think there is, but
1 week.
Yes.
It's
slow.
It's an indie film, but it's not, because it pretty much asks the question of what would you do if you had 1 week left to live.
Yes.
And apparently this guy, played by Joshua Jackson, I don't know, guy from Fringe.
The guy from Fringe and Dawson's Creek, and yes. Yeah.
So he decides to travel across Canada.
Yes.
And apparently it's a good idea.
Because the Timmy's Cup tells him so.
Yeah. If Tim Hortons tells you something.
That could have been the brain cancer talking, though.
Was it brain cancer? I don't even know.
I don't even know what kind of cancer he has.
It was level 4 cancer.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was bad. He was
gonna die.
Yeah.
No, just Zero Mostel. Oh, I like Daybreakers. That was a good movie.
Yeah, nothing was Zero in the title. Oh no, Zio.
No, I think there was something for us to go back again to. Oh, those are people.
Yeah.
Don't count.
Nope. You're done.
Yay.
Cabin Fever 2? But the first one was so crappy.
No, it wasn't. It was terrible.
totally watching this now.
So no.
Either way,
Yeah, 1 week. It's pretty much an advertisement for Canada.
Eastern Canada.
Yeah.
And Banff.
Yeah. Mountains and prairies.
Yeah. It's Manitoba, Saskatchewan. What?
Yeah.
They show him driving. He like stops in a cornfield of
Yeah.
wheat. And he could be in any of the 3 provinces.
Yeah. Because they're all the same.
Yeah, like for that little stretch, that's all you see.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it's like, and he's in Banff.
Yeah.
And it's like,
surprise.
whoa, wait, what?
Where did Alberta go?
And again, we are the capital province of giant junk.
Yeah.
We've got giant Ukrainian Easter eggs. We've got
We have
giant
a-
spaceship landing pads. We've had a giant USS Enterprise.
We have a giant bat. We used to be the people who owned the only working submarines in Canada.
Yeah, we owned a giant bat. We have a giant bat. There's a giant sausage.
This giant thing.
Like someone built a giant fiberglass sausage in the middle of a
sausage.
town. And the best part is, and they still haven't taken this down, there's a heart at like somewhere in the square where the sausage is. So if you go behind the heart and walk far enough back, the heart sits at the very end of the sausage.
Oh, that's nice.
And makes a really, like, it makes a shape that's reminiscent of something else. So all these people,
Testicles?
so all these people have pictures of the sausage with its heart at the bottom.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's nice.
That's delightful.
Don't watch this movie. It's not that good. It's an advertisement for Canada.
Yeah.
And a motorcycle.
And don't forget all the product placement for Timmy's.
That only happened like once, right?
I know, but it's still enough.
Yeah.
A Timmy's cup sends him on a journey across Canada.
Is that a Power Rangers Samurai Christmas special?
Duh.
Oh my god.
Gotta get through Turbo, and then I can get... They added all the other ones, too. Like, Jungle Force and all those other dumb ones after Disney bought them. Totally stoked.
You are not.
I am, too. Did you know the Green Ranger's a mixed martial arts fighter now?
Oh,
Like, scary as hell.
So, oh yeah, this is the 20th anniversary of Power Rangers too. There's a big panel.
Yep.
Over with the original at Comic-Con with the original Black Ranger.
He's there, Bulk's there, Skull's there.
Yep.
And the new Red Ranger from Samurai's there.
Mm.
With the guy who owns Sabin Entertainment.
That'd be funny. He's like, so how's like Power Rangers back whenever?
I'm new!
I used to watch you as a kid. Damn it.
Yeah. Oh. But Bulk, the guy who plays Bulk's a producer.
Yeah, aren't they both though? Or they're just...
No, Skull hasn't been on for quite a while. And apparently in the panel he was sitting in the audience. And Bulk had said, like the guy who plays Bulk said something.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy stood up and went, "What the heck are you talking about?" And it was him. And everybody was like, "Oh my god." Because they're good friends in real life.
Yeah.
But he's not on the show anymore. They have a replacement Skull
Yeah.
for Samurai.
Yeah. Dumb.
But they've been the only constant characters through most of the seasons, other than when they go to like another planet.
Don't want to know. So much weird shit at Power Rangers.
But they've got cars, man. Cars.
I remember like dinosaurs and...
Still the best. Honest to goodness, that DVD box set that's coming out of like the
Yeah,
first 3
when is
seasons.
that? Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
First 3 seasons plus Alien Rangers, when they all turn into kids.
Great.
And aliens from the planet Aquitar have to come and save them.
Great.
That's all on Netflix, by the way. But the DVDs do actually have like retrospective looks and bonus features and all that stuff.
Probably
So
has a lost episode 1 too.
which I've seen, which was weird.
Yes, I've seen that too.
But yeah, it should be interesting. DVD box set of Power Rangers,
And
depending on how much.
20th anniversary is the big deal this
Hopefully
year.
they do like another Red Ranger episode. They did for their 10th anniversary.
Mhm.
They got all the Red Rangers. Except for like one of them who took over for Jason.
Yeah.
In the guy who took over for Jason right after in the original Power Ranger didn't show up because Jason showed up as like the dinosaur Red Ranger. And it's like, nah, sucker.
Oh.
Yeah. Can I come, guy? No. But no, we only have one more vert and it's mine. But I was a Red Ranger too.
No, doesn't count.
Yeah. Were you a Red Ranger with a different Zord?
No.
No, I just had the Tyrannosaurus one. And the guy after me had the dragon thing. Yeah, well then you're.
And then there was an ape at one point.
Yeah. They went through a lot of Zords.
Really? Someone did a pricing of like
How much
those toys if you want all of them. Expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had the original.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, then the Green Ranger becomes the White Ranger, so he gets a new Zord, and then the other Zord isn't like up to par anymore, so they get destroyed, and they're like, "What are we gonna do?" And Zordon's like, "Oh, it's okay, we've got replacements. You just have to go to this jungle to get them."
Yeah, and you gotta get animals.
Yeah.
You get your ninja thing.
Yeah. And then after that, they lost.
And you gotta fight the ooze.
Yeah, and then after that, they lost those, so all of a sudden they got, you know, different guys, and it's like, and then some of them could be used in conjunction with the other ones, and
I don't like it.
It was a mess, but it's still, I love it.
I'm off and on. I'm off and on with that
almost
stuff.
done Power Rangers Turbo, and I think then I go into Power Rangers like Lost in Space or something like that, Space Patrol.
Yay. Space Cops?
I stopped watching after Zeo.
I don't even know when I stopped watching.
So, got a lot of Power Rangers to catch up on. And Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Either who.
Yes.
Busy week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll go.
Everybody.
My friend's getting married.
Oh my goodness.
Bye.
Bye.